It is May 13th, 2026, and it's time to get in the weeds. I forgot to do my intro. I am at Joel Pearl, thejoelpearl.com, and now it's time to get in the weeds. Now we're in it. Now we can actually get in the weeds. No one can tell me we can't, because here we are. A wonderful Wednesday. It's finally getting a little bit sunnier here in the city of Toronto because it was rainy last night, but it's been a pretty good couple of days. Jeremy Lambert is here. He's back. He seems to be better, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Open your mouth and say something.
I thought that was going somewhere else for a second. I didn't know where you were going.
Too early in the show for that, pal.
Better, definitely better today. I have tea. My lovely wife brought me tea, and I have a donut that I'm gonna eat on here as well. But yeah, yesterday I literally woke up and I could not speak. Like I had no voice, so I didn't go to sleep until late on Monday. It was like 2:00 because OKC game didn't end until 1:30, and then I got to talk to Sammer after the game, and usually we talk for like an hour, but we only talked for like a half hour because I just wasn't feeling well on Monday night anyway, which you can attest to. I messaged you Monday night and I was like, I'm not feeling great, so you might need to do the show for me tomorrow. And that was when I thought I was. What's that?
I don't recall these messages. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, fair. Yeah, I was like, I'm not feeling great. So like I didn't feel good on Monday, and I should have probably like gone to bed early on Monday, but my teams were playing and I just like I will put them above my health. I was like, I cannot afford to get sick on Monday. Like, why couldn't this happen tomorrow? I don't have anything going on tomorrow. I don't care about NXT. But so I stayed up way too late watching the OKC game and then talking to Sammer. So I didn't fall asleep till like 2:00, a little after 2. And then 5:00 I woke up and like my throat was like completely inflamed. Like I could feel it. And I got up and I got we have like throat soothing suckers. So I got one of those and I just laid on the couch for a little while. And then I ended up going back to bed around 6:30 or so, because that's when my wife got up to get the children off to school. And I fell back asleep for a little while, and I woke up, and I had literally no voice. Like, I could not speak. Like, I just couldn't say anything. And then I had tea and ice cream, and my voice came back. And that's why I was able to jump on the show for a little bit yesterday. And then I just tried to rest yesterday. All I did was eat ice cream and mashed potatoes yesterday. That was fantastic. Like, I would love to just do that again. So, yeah, that was basically my day yesterday. And I, of course, still, like, worked and everything, but that was basically my day. I appreciate you filling in for me yesterday. I appreciate SP3 as always, and yeah, back feeling a little bit better. Have a voice actually. Throat's a little sore, but that's why I got tea, and so we'll get through it.
Glad to see you back. Glad that you're feeling better. And you were eating mashed potatoes and what?
Ice cream.
Oh, an ice cream. Okay, I wasn't okay. I thought I heard.
What'd you think I said?
I thought for a second you said cheese, which I was like, usually dairy does soothe the throat, but yeah, ice cream makes more sense. But also, like you're like,
I mean, cheesy mashed potatoes would be good.
Yeah, that was kind of where my brain was at. I was like, wait a minute. But you also said ice cream, and I was like, well, ice cream makes sense because it coats your throat and blah blah blah.
I had ice cream for breakfast, lunch, mashed potatoes for dinner, and ice cream as a dessert late night snack. That was literally all I ate yesterday.
You had sugar and carbs.
Oh. I did not eat anything else yesterday. My throat was killing me. I was like, I just want something that'll like feel good on my throat, and you can't really go wrong with ice cream and mashed potatoes. Like I just went like plain vanilla ice cream too. Like my wife was willing to get me anything that I wanted. I was like, I don't want anything that's gonna like upset it, you know, because I had a little bit of mint chocolate chip ice cream in the morning. That was my breakfast, mint chocolate chip ice cream, and like the minty flavor on it was like it's like any type of flavoring just wasn't good for it. So I was just like, can you just give me vanilla? So she got me vanilla ice cream, and yes, that is what I ate basically all day was vanilla ice cream. Honestly, not mad. I did do my plank. I kept that up. I still did my little workouts and stuff. So I don't know. I still felt good enough to at least do that. But
well,
yeah.
Listen, in our world, let's say that the throat and the voice is a muscle, and it is. We use it every day. We use it several times a day. So why wouldn't you want to heat it and cool it, almost like a muscle you would do, right? You get a heating pack if something's aching, and then you get a cold pack just to calm it down, contract and bring it in. You can do that with the body. And so hot mashed potatoes, there's your heating pack, and then cold ice cream. There, see, look at that. We made it health specific. No one cannot tell us that we are not healthy individuals living healthy lives.
Sure. As I eat a donut on air.
Oh, that's your own problem. Ice cream for breakfast, the American dream. I can't remember the last time I even tried ice cream for breakfast.
I don't. It's not something I do often, but that's literally how bad my throat was yesterday. Like I have like cereal or maybe like a bagel or toast, or I've been eating like peanut butter crackers for breakfast. Like
those
that's
are good.
Probably not. Yeah, I don't know if that's a healthy breakfast or not, but or boiled eggs.
Yeah, that's good.
If those that's what usually what I eat for breakfast. But I was like, none of this sounds good on my throat right now. Like it was terrible yesterday morning, and I had tea, which was nice on it, but even that was like it's not great. Like I wanted something cold. I had like Jello. I did eat Jello. I don't know if that helps my case or makes it worse. I did eat Jello, and I was like, oh, the cold feels so good on my throat right now. And I was like, what's better than Jello? Ice cream. So I was like, yeah, let's just go ice cream.
Get in the middle of it and get some pudding. Pudding would be fine.
I thought about pudding. My wife suggested pudding. I went for the ice cream instead of the pudding.
Yeah. Lemon and water and eat lots of garlic. Man, I'm sure that the people you want to kiss love you.
No, I don't feel like doing any of that. Just let me eat my ice cream and feel good about myself or terrible about myself. I don't know.
That's fine. The sugar isn't really helpful, but it's just it just kind of helps your brain, I guess. But yeah,
I realize all the sugar is probably like not good for me, but I do not care. I was not looking for like what's good, or like I wanted what's good on my throat, and ice cream was good on my throat.
It was more about self-care than healthcare.
Yeah. I'll go back to eating healthy-ish in the next couple of days. But yesterday, that was not my concern. I wanted to just eat a bunch of ice cream.
Smart.
Yesterday. That's it. Hey, shout out to you, Matthew. Yes. He said, I started yesterday just committing to 10-15 minute walk to get healthier. Hey, that's big. Yeah, my wife and I do a little something just every day to do that. And she does a walk every day. I think she does like a mile and a half every day, and she's been at that for 3 months now. And so yeah, just something to, even when she's been like really sick, or like she's just been, she does so much during the day with 1,800 kids. Like even during that, she'll still find the time to do it, and she keeps at it, and I'm very proud of her for doing all that. And yes, me and the tiny one plank every day. We will hit 10 minutes on Saturday. We will hit a 10-minute plank, and I don't know what we're gonna do after that, because it's starting to get like a lot to do a 10-minute plank. But
start slow, start finding those little goals that you can make. Couples walks are nice. I go out so I drop my kid off at his daycare every single day. That's 20 minutes there and then 20 minutes back. I'll usually make a stop on the way home, maybe at the grocery store or at the pharmacy to pick something up. It's important. It gets me out for that first kind of hour of the day just to walk and be active, and gets me set up for a good day. And then I'll go out usually after we do our show. If I, cut some stuff, get some stuff ready, I'll go out and do another walk. I'll go up the street, go the other way, just to keep my body moving and keep it going. Because by the end of the day, honestly, lately with the way my hip has been, it's been like by 8 o'clock, I need to lie down for a little bit just to prop my leg up and give it some space. But otherwise, just keep moving. Just keep moving. And as you keep moving and you keep going, you start feeling a little bit better, and a little bit better every day. It's steps, and it's baby steps. I know people, say you can get swole in 60 days. No, you can't. You just can't. But what you can do is do the best for you and your body, and find ways to either lose the weight or just find a way to be more healthy in your own world. Because sitting all day, I've learned, was not the answer. Okay, getting up and moving around a little bit, not the answer. Keep moving. It's good. You're eating your donut.
Yeah, Yeah, be healthy as I munch
Yeah,
into. This is a very good donut, by the way. I don't want to say where I got it from because it'll. I think it's a local place. I don't want to dox myself, but very good donut. Yeah, I get healthy. He says as he takes a big bite of a chocolate donut.
You know what though? They're trying to open a Dunkin's back in Canada. They're trying to bring Dunkin's back to Toronto and Montreal. I'm like, why? Why would you bother?
we have a Dunkin'. I actually went there on this past weekend, and it took like 20 minutes to get my order, and all I wanted was just a dozen donuts, and one for each kid, and it took forever to get that order, and I was like, I just want a dozen glazed donuts. Like, why? What is the holdup here? Yeah, like some are obviously good, and then it's like that with any fast food place though, right? Like some you get really good service, and others you don't. Like I don't mind Dunkin' Donuts, but we try to go local when we can. And there's a local place like right near the Dunkin', and so we'll go to the local place before we go to the Dunkin'.
Yeah, there are some great local places in my neighborhood that we are trying to spend more time getting from when we can, but sometimes you got to stop in at a Tim Hortons or whatever. I don't like Tim Hortons at all. I really don't.
I had to have the Tim Hortons when I was there. Yeah, I had to have it when I visited. I had the Timbits though. They were pretty good.
Yeah, like they're fine. Like, it's just not. It's not blow away. The one thing I really dislike at Tim's is any of their food that's not donuts. Because like you get a sandwich there, it tastes like literally any sandwich you can make with ingredients you buy for much less at the grocery store. Like it is that much. You're literally just paying for the bare minimum service to get the sandwich you could have already made. So and also just the way it looks makes it feel fake. Even though there's lettuce and tomato on it, the lettuce feels fake. The tomato it's too perfect. But yeah, I don't. I try to go local when I can. But I'm also trying not to eat out nearly as much as I used to. I'm refocusing my self-care on the things that help my body feel better. It's no longer about going out and like eating a meal alone just to like sit and be alone with my thoughts. It's now about going for a massage this afternoon because it'll help my body feel better. That's the self-care that I'm working on. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, screw you, all in your 40s. Not yet, jerk.
Not yet. Yeah, close.
Couple more years, you shut up.
Close enough.
We appreciate you there. You're not old. Believe me, anytime you think you're old, there's always somebody older than you. Until you're the last one alive at the old folks' home.
Yeah. Egg salad, egg and tuna salad. That sounds good. I'm a fan of the egg salad. I haven't had it in a while, but I used to have it all the time when I was a kid. Yeah, that was good stuff. Egg salad.
Take your tuna salad instead of anything like mayo or anything like that. Two options. One, if you want to be super duper healthy, mix it with Greek yogurt. That one's really.
Oh, you got the balloons off of that.
I like that.
The other one.
There you go. Raise your ones for the travel chief. No, the other one you could do is what I like to do is honey mustard with my tuna instead of a mayo or anything like that, because a mayo is usually like a little sweet and tangy, right? So you can take honey mustard and you still get it. It's just a different kind of flavor profile. I like doing it with honey mustard. So if you want to kick out mayo, try it with honey mustard. It's pretty good movement. And also add celery to your tuna. Chop up some celery, add that in. Not potato. Someone once gave me a tuna salad that had potato in it.
Potato. I did the honey mustard. I don't know about.
Gotta try it.
Okay.
Gotta try it. Once if you like honey mustard, it's something.
See, I don't like honey mustard.
That's probably my wife's the same way. She just doesn't care for it. But if you try it with honey mustard, it's a pretty good deal.
I got this. We went to. I went out to dinner with Sean and Denise at Revolution weekend, and I was back in North Carolina, and so obviously pretty familiar with North Carolina. And we went to this burger place, and Sean and Denise ordered whatever they ordered, and I was like, let me get the North Carolina barbecue burger. And Denise is like, this sounds like, she's looking at the menu, and she's like, that sounds on brand for you. and they bring it out, and it's donuts, and it's bacon, and it's barbecue, and it's onion straws. And she is like, "What is this?" I was like, "This is North Carolina delicacy right here." Yeah, and it was Krispy Kreme donuts, and I was like, "This is North Carolina delicacy right here. This is what I'm eating tonight." It was so good, though. It was so good. Oh, yes, that is the last time I had like a donut burger type gimmick, because I don't know, I'm sure they have them somewhere around here, but this is a nice like burger bar that we went to, and anything like that's North Carolina specific, especially when I'm back in North Carolina, I'm like, yeah, I gotta. Yeah, when we had Trevor Lee on, I was like, you cookout, Bojangles, like, what are we talking here? So anytime I'm in North Carolina, I'm like, yeah, I got to get like a barbecue bacon cheeseburger. I mean, I get that here as well, but ain't quite as much, ain't quite as good as when it's like actual North Carolina barbecue and stuff.
Now I'm hungry again. No, I'm trying
to take another bite of this donut here.
I'm gonna be trying in the next few days to make shirataki noodles, which are apparently pretty good in fiber and low cholesterol. So I want to try using those. They're not healthy noodles, but they're the healthier of noodles. But yeah, picked up some today, and I want to give those a try. And beans, lots of beans. Why is this becoming a health food podcast? Don't know.
Is it a health food podcast? I mean, I'm talking about eating a donut burger with bacon and barbecue sauce slathered.
It's true.
And
it's a dichotomy of foods podcasts.
Oh, Crown Age going to are you like legitimately moving to North Carolina? Crown Age? I hope I'm saying that right. Are you
first move? I have to assume it's a move.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's like reverse move of like a legit move or a reverse move of like I'm just going there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get
move. It. Yeah, move is in legit move, or move is in like I'm gonna move this piece on a chessboard. Oh, moving to Charlotte. Oh, nice. Charlotte. Been to Charlotte a few times, mainly for the airport, but went to Hornets games and Panthers games a lot of times. Charlotte area, like the downtown area, is really nice there, and can't say I lived there or anything, but the downtown area is definitely nice when I went to Panthers games and Hornets games and everything. So cool. Good luck. Where in Ohio were you based? And yes, you have to get Bojangles if you haven't had that, and you gotta get Cookout as well. I know you mentioned that you were gonna get Cookout, but yeah, you gotta get the Cookout, get the double burger tray. You can get like a corn dog as a side, which is insane to me. The fries are really good. I don't remember everything that they have as like sides there, because it's been so long since I've been there. But I always got a corn dog and fries as my sides. But you can get like a bacon wrap or any other type of wraps that you want to get. Onion rings, really good. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff obviously at the Cookout, and then you get a shake as well, as long as you're willing to eat it, not drink it. You can't drink those shakes; it's impossible, too thick. But all right, get yourself a milkshake there as well. So shut up, Louie. Springfield, Ohio. I've never been to Springfield, Ohio. I don't know too much about it, but yeah. Good luck with the move. Moving typically sucks, so good luck with that. Hope you got some like friends or just some people to help you. Unless it's you're not moving too much out. Then either way, hope it goes well for you.
Hey man, SpongeBoy loves Graps. I get it. I would also like to hear about the unhealthy
honey mustard on tuna.
I'm telling you, man, it's good. It's really good. Y'all gotta try it, and then you can report back. If you don't like it, I get it. If you're not a honey mustard person, I fully get it. But if you are a person who likes honey mustard, put it in your tuna. Just like any other protein, it could taste really good, and you might really like it. So, might be worth it. But good luck on your move, Crownage. Anyway, good luck with
I just said Crownage.
There's a CH in there, so I don't know if it's a chur. Maybe it's Crownage.
I can't roll my throat like that right now.
No, that's fine. I get it.
Recipe for disaster.
Anyway, yeah, good luck with the move. I hope it goes really well. And yeah, I wish I was sponsored by Honey Mustard. Big Honey Mustard. I
got it right. Crownage. Yeah. You're overthinking it, Joel.
I always do. So there you go. Anyway, enough time has passed in this podcast, this show, that we should probably tell you to leave a thumbs up if you haven't already, because If you want to give a thumbs up for healthy food, non-healthy food, just talking about whatever, you're here. Welcome. We'd like to have you. If you want to donate a super chat, any amount, get your question or your statement read on the air, and of course supports all of our people who are on this channel. We've got on Sundays, we've got JPJ and Collins going coast to coast. On Fridays, I'm going backwards. On Fridays, we have Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. On Thursday evenings, we have The Spotlight with Jeremy and Steven Jensen. And of course, this show runs Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern until God knows when. Today, not too late, but we're here. We're clear. We talk about whatever. And so do that and subscribe to the channel while you're at it, because then you know when we're live, when we drop clips, when we drop videos, when we drop shorts. I keep dropping clips later in the day. So enjoy those, interact with those, give them thumbs up as well, because if you don't, nobody's going to see them. And that's going to make me sad, and my work will be ruined and not be seen at all. And I spend a lot of time on those things, easily 20 minutes to clip. The rendering takes time too. Please. Anyway,
I'm going to put this out there now. So if he doesn't show up, we can bury him. That little bitch Cole Radrick is supposed to be on Spotlight on Thursday. So if he doesn't show up, he's ducking me again.
If you don't get Cole, you should get Steve.
Oh yeah, well he's supposed to be on the show at some point. Yeah,
I'll follow up with him. He's gonna be on. Obviously I want to get him on closer to the event than I do anything else.
Yeah,
they're also dropping little stuff here and there. So, how much money should I? How much money mustard? How much honey mustard should I use for this tuna salad? I think usually a tablespoon is. It depends on how much tuna you're doing. If you're doing a full tin, then I usually use about like half of a tablespoon. A full tablespoon if you really want to get over flavored, but yeah, that's the one. So yeah, go for that. Try it out. You might like it. If you don't, well, you tried. Anyway, what do you want to talk
about? Doing the honey mustard.
You don't like honey mustard, and that's fine. Therefore, you don't need to. Maybe you can try.
I don't like mustard. Like,
I get it.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan of mustard.
Salsa is another one that's really good. You can put salsa on just about anything, and it'll help almost any food.
My salsa makes all the girls want to take off their underpants. My salsa.
Has there ever been a current WWE talent on In the Weeds? No. I mean, technically, you can count. What's his face? Breeze. He's not a talent, but he is WWE adjacent. He still works for the company.
Yeah. Breeze would be it.
Other than that, nope. No one from WWE. They like Sean better for the interviews.
Yeah, we've interviewed WWE talent, Joel and I separately.
Yeah.
But never on this particular show.
We're just not we're not busted open enough.
No, Jordan's been on IT. Oh, like forever? No, Jordan's never been on.
Yeah, Jordan's never done it because the first time it was either going to be Jordan or Deonna, because our first episode was famously the whoever wins the Knockouts World Title from that show between Jordan and Deonna was going to be on the show, and it was Deonna.
Okay, wait, a current talent?
Yeah,
though.
I don't think we've had current WWE talent.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, you know how you remember there would be about 5 other people sitting in the backstage with them.
Okay, no. I understand that. But like a talent that was previously like independent or TNA who is now in WWE.
Oh, we've had those, but if you're talking, I thought they were talking like current WWE talent, as in like people who have been on the show who are currently in WWE. Like
right? No, I understand that. Yeah, I was trying to think if there was anybody who, they were previously with like TNA or MLW, and now they are in WWE. I was trying to think of that, and I couldn't even come up with one there who might have been.
We have people from who have gone into AEW. We have plenty of those.
Yeah.
You meant both. Okay, so former and current WWE talent, or became WWE talent.
Yeah, became WWE talent. Yeah, that's how I was kind of looking at it.
Oh boy, I have to go back into our
Cardona. Yeah,
Cardona. Cardona's a weird case though, because he's everywhere.
Yeah, but he was on the show when he was in GCW and TNA. And now he's back in WWE. So, yeah, Cardona is a good call there.
What's our interview gimmick?
No.
Sort by last video added. There we go. Interview series. That was you. Damo's former WWE.
Yeah, but who in like we've had plenty of former WWE. That's
okay. Got it. You want?
Yeah, you could go through
WWE.
the MLW Rolodex there, and
Fair.
and a lot of them are former WWE. No, we've never interviewed Danhausen.
Nope. Myers former.
No, who you'd have to go back to like when we first started of like
I'm
who
doing
was
that.
there, yeah, and then is now in WWE. We did the Gingerbread Man was on this week.
Yeah,
That is
that's
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People who have gone on to WWE who we've done.
Yeah, I actually don't think there's like a ton, truthfully.
No, hold on. Nope, that's not us. Well, some of these are not supposed to be here. It's fine. Looking at it, no.
Jack Cartwheel, was he on this show?
Yeah, Jack's done this show, I think. We've also, you and I have interviewed him separately.
Yeah, he was on Spotlight.
Tim Thatcher.
No, Thatcher, okay, yeah. No, Ethan's never been on this show. Neither has Fatu. Ethan, I always want to tell him this, and I don't know if he'll ever remember this, but this is why I want to like actually speak to him and tell him this. Ethan Page, when Larry Zonka passed away, when he passed away, we did this tribute show for Larry over on 411, and I invited a few different people on. I think Riccaboni popped on, but Ethan Page popped on and just said like very kind things about Larry and about his work and everything. And that's something that like I'll never really forget, because like he didn't have to do that. Like I just cold messaged a lot of people for that, and this is during the pandemic as well. So yeah, I cold messaged Ethan during that, and he popped on again, just said very nice things, and like that was one of those things that like I'll just never forget. And I've never really gotten the chance to. I said thank you at the time, but I don't know if he remembers that or anything. But I always wanted to just say again, like thank you to him for that, because that really meant a lot to me and the whole 411 staff after Larry's passing. So that's my Ethan Page story.
That's a nice story. Nobody has made the jump that we've interviewed other than Cardona.
Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't think it was too many, weirdly enough. A lot of AEW. Yeah, but I didn't think it was too many people who had been on the show and then gone on to WWE.
Yeah, good for them. I mean, listen, I like spotlighting the people who are working hard on the indies, who eventually find their spots, whether it's AEW or MLW or TNA, as long as as long as they keep moving up, as long as they keep growing, and as long as they keep showing that they're working hard. Those are the best. I appreciate those people. Speaking of which, happy birthday to Andrew Zarian. It's Andrew Zarian's birthday today. So say nice things to him, or don't. I don't care. It's up to you. And eventually Tony Khan will be on the show, and he will be our next big get. I promise. It'll happen.
I'm gonna message Zarian. I'm just gonna say, Andrew Zarian, nice eyebrows and happy birthday.
Well, he's in our chat.
His last message to me. Oh, he's there. Oh, he's in the chat. I didn't know if he was in the chat. His last message to me was him in a bathtub. So now whenever I pull up our messages, that's the only, like, that's the last message. So I kind of don't want to message him. Like, I never want to exchange messages with him again, because I don't want to lose that image of when I pull up his messages, that's the last thing that I see. I should just make it the profile picture.
You should.
For him. Yeah, it's the photo that he has in the YouTube chat, because you know how Aaron says I could show it. Okay. Hold on.
Hell of a photo. He ain't slinging dong in it, but damn it, he may as well.
He's watching, I assume it's Sunday Night Baseball or Monday Night Baseball or some type of baseball.
It's the Mets. That's all that matters.
I don't know. I mean, I assume it's the Mets on national television? That seems...
It's Andrew Zarian. He finds a way.
I can't, like... I don't want to...
Zarian, go get in the bath right now and join the show. That's the only way this is going to work.
I can't make the photo larger. That's what I was trying. That sounds weird.
enhance.
Yeah, I can't like open it up in that way. All right, well, I won't. I don't have to text Darian now because he just said happy birthday. Should I just pull it up on my phone? I'll just show it on my phone.
I mean, I'll show it. I can.
Do you
pull
have it?
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay.
Of course I.
Oh, that makes me feel wrong. I thought he sent it just me. I didn't realize he was whoring himself out to you as well.
Of course he's whoring himself out to me. Of course he is. I'm gonna airdrop it to my Mac.
All right. Well, you pull it up then.
I will pull it up. Oh, my airdrop's off. I should probably turn on my airdrop for that. There we go.
I'm sad that it was not sent to just me now.
It's just use. There we go. Photo received. Now I got to add it.
Okay. All right.
So that everyone can see the beauty that is Andrew Zarian
Yeah.
in the tub. Happy birthday, Andrew.
Yep. Same photo. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at that. The hair is out of place. This is the first time you'll ever see it. You get some clavicle in this in the spot. There you go. This man never shows off as much as he's shown off in this picture. Folks, there are people who would pay good money for what I'm showing right now. And you know what?
True.
It's gone. Next time you want to see it, it's going to cost you $20.
Well, I think anybody could just like screenshot that.
Shut up. You give me $20 on this channel and I will show the photo again. That's how it goes. Oh my goodness. We eventually do have to talk about the wrestling, I guess.
Why?
I don't know.
No, we don't.
It's part of the mandate.
Disagree.
Fair. Only browse. I was thinking about
You know what we should talk about real quickly before we get into wrestling. One, the Drake album comes out on Friday and you're still a coward for not doing a live listen along to it, even though that's what the people want from you. Two,
people just want me to hate listen to something.
Yeah, that's hilarious though.
Fair.
You're a coward. Zarian screenshotted it.
It's just like he's there with us.
Yes. Everyone called Joel a coward for not listening to the Drake album live on stream on Friday. You gotta listen to like one song. Like I'm gonna listen to it, and I'm gonna give you like one of the songs to listen to. I feel like you owe the people the content of at least listening to one song on Friday. Can we do that?
Yes, we can do one song that you
okay.
pick, and I will listen.
All right. Thank you.
Open up my Spotify. I will give Drake the quarter of a penny that he gets from my listen.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. We can at least do one song. All right. I'm not staying up till midnight to listen to this thing. I don't like Drake that much. But I will listen to it just because I'm curious of how much he's gonna cry about the battle. So that's mainly why I want to. I mean, look, yes, I don't like disagree with that, but I'm all about the content, people. You know, I do a bunch of dumb shit on this show that I don't want to do just to entertain. I'm here to entertain the masses. I need Joel to do the same thing by hate listening to Drake on Friday. All right, so besides that, I feel like we need to address Deonna Purrazzo calling us assholes on her podcast.
So shout out to Boots. Because they're moving to their YouTube channel. They're going to be showing their episodes there moving forward because they used to be on Triller. But anyway, we know what's going on there. There's a 4-minute little clip on our channel you can go check out. But anyway, yes, Deonna and Steve.
Can we play the clip, or will we get demonetized?
I don't think we would. Let me see if I can find it.
You don't think so? Okay.
No, it's just the audio that I'd be playing, right?
Yeah, you could just play the audio if you can. Instead of the video as well. Okay, yeah, if you can play the audio, that'd be great.
Boots to boots, wrestlers to promoters. Can you hear that? Hold on. Let me.
No, not loud anyway.
Hear that?
Try it again.
I'm playing it right now, so you can't hear.
No, it came through for a second and then it stopped coming through.
Did it? Oh, okay. Well, either way. What I can do is actually this. Here, I'm gonna add it, but I think can I do it by just doing not.
Can you like share screen, but then like hide?
Yeah, that's what I want to, that's the thing I want to do. There we go. Let's see if this works.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on, can I do it in a way where I hide There we go. Okay, so it's
Okay.
We're good. Let's
All right.
find this.
Yeah, absolutely. And then too, like King Sinner and Saint.
Yeah.
And you know, like obviously they work at TNA, but Jersey. I don't know how. I think this match.
I'm scrubbing for a second.
Style. Show Mather, and I think from top to bottom, our card.
Trust them and opportunity to putting on the promoter boots to say kind
It's right. It's right here, more or less.
The fun part for me, putting on the promoter boots, saying like, okay, who's the up and coming talent that we want an opportunity to? Obviously, like who are our friends that we'd love to have on the show and give the opportunity to. But then, yeah, like who can we put against the Hardys? Who's going to have a main event caliber match? Who then other people will see this, or the Hardys will be.
Yeah, it's actually. I think it's a little bit further on, actually.
It's friends and fans and Marcus Mathers, and then all the up and coming independent talent out of all the faith in the world. Yeah.
And you know, like obviously they work at TNA in New Jersey. I don't match. I think this match do that. And then also,
where are you at in the video?
A 3-way tag match. I think this match is going to be
in the audio.
What's that?
It was 4:30 in the audio.
No. It was like 6:30.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, because I
did.
Yeah, I went through it and listened myself. It was like 6:30. So let me set this up right fast.
Well, you know, maybe it was 4:30 gone. You set it up.
Okay. Yeah, it was about 6:30-ish to 7.
My bad.
Okay, now you're fine. All right, I'm gonna set this up. So Deonna and Steve are promoting Boots to Boots promoting their Battle for the Brave event on their podcast, and they're talking about booking themselves and being promoters and everything. And Macklin mentions that he booked himself in this battle royal, and he's joking about like winning it and everything. And then Deonna talks about booking herself and why she's not on the show. Okay, so go ahead.
I have found it. Here we go.
Memorial Cup champ.
Yeah, I felt the same way too. I remember we did an interview with Fightful in the Weeds, and they were like, "What?" I had just tweeted like
the pure title.
Yes, I had just tweeted that I was taking independent bookings, and in a separate interview, someone had asked me like, you know, how do you feel about not having defended your title yet? And I gave this whole long answer that got me in trouble. And then we did Fightful about Battle for the Brave, and they were like, "Why aren't you booking yourself if you want to wrestle, assholes?" But yes, I felt like this is our first go around in terms of.
First of all,
so
right, we are.
Well, what the hell? She just calls us assholes.
We're trolls at best.
I was just asking a question of why she didn't book herself on the show. I remember I thought about it. I was like, I don't feel like it was that bad. And then I remember making the joke. I was like, did Tony Khan book this show and that's why you're not on it? And I was like, yeah, that one was a little. might have.
So I did message Steve afterwards. So I was just like, she called us assholes on your show. And she's like, he was like, yeah, I popped.
Oh, I messaged her and I was like, wow, I can't believe you buried us. And she's just like, lovingly. It was lovingly. I was like, no, I took it. I took it as that. I was like, it made me laugh and it popped me. And so, no, Deonna's fantastic. So I don't think she would have said that unless, it was lovingly. I'm always just like happy when people are, it's not just like, oh, Fightful. We were on Fightful. Like when they actually say like in the weeds, I'm like, oh shit, people actually like know the full name of this show. So like Deonna and Gallows get extra marks from me for actually saying like in the weeds and not just like, oh, I was on some show on Fightful. I was like, yeah, fair. Some show on Fightful. But and when they actually say in the weeds, I'm always just happy that they say the full name.
Amazing. Oh, yes. Thank you for bringing that up because I know I put it in our staff chat yesterday and I just kind of laughed about it.
Yeah, I went back and listened to it. And then that's when I messaged Deonna. I was like, wow, can't believe you buried us on there. Deonna rules. Yes. You know who else rules, Joel?
Oh, Doyle?
I mean, yeah. I mean, technically, it's not on Fightful. It's overbooked, but like still on
Fightful's we're on the marquee with it. It's
if you go to Fightful.com, it's there. So like, it is on Fightful.
We have our own section, but yes.
Yeah,
this is
true.
Us.
True. You know who else rules, Joel? He was buried yesterday. You guys made him sit around and do nothing yesterday, flipping off the camera. I went back and rewatched the show, and I was. How you guys treated the gingerbread man was little off-putting. I must say. You know, he gave us his time. He's been part of so many great moments in WWE history. He came on Monday. He came on Tuesday. And now I'm going to give him more time today because I feel like he deserves it after yesterday. So I'm going to disappear for a moment. I'm going to bring on the gingerbread man. We can't be on screen together. It's part of the contract. So I'm going to bring on the gingerbread man here in a second.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's just me for a little bit. What do you guys want to talk about? What are we gonna do here? Whoa, that's the halvesies. There we go. That's the solo shot. Well, so I guess the gingerbread man's coming. I said this yesterday. I am a professional, and I, as a host, need to adhere to and listen to all sides of an argument. And I realized that SP3 didn't exactly feel very hype on the gingerbread man, and Jeremy, of course, loved the gingerbread man, and the gingerbread man, of course, loves him some gingerbread man because he's trying to get himself over, as he should, as any good worker should do. So the point is, I don't need to apologize for anything, because I, as a professional podcast host, because that is definitely a meaningful position that one can have in life and totally viable option. Please, mom, if you're listening, listen. And I swear to God, this is a real job. This is real. And I try to be as unbiased and as well balanced as I can whenever the gingerbread man is around. That, as a sentence, sounded really, really strange to say, but I did it. So the point of all this is, don't blame me. Blame the other guys. They have very, very straightforward and very passionate opinions about what they like and what they don't like. Me, as a host, I am the impartial one. So don't go after me. You should just go after them. Okay. What are we? All right. I wonder when this gingerbread man is. Oh, okay. The gingerbread man appears to be back. So let's bring back the gingerbread man. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing, gingerbread man? It's good to see you again.
Well, thank you. Thank you for giving me this time here today after yesterday when I was so rudely disrespected by SP3 and yourself a little bit, Joel. You just kind of ignored me as well. This is why Jeremy is the only one that I like around here. But I appreciate that you have brought me on here today. You know, I am a podcaster. I am a streamer myself. You know, I don't know if you saw.
I did.
How many moments I've been part of, all my reaction streams that don't get demonetized because WWE actually likes me. And I was thinking, you know, after the disrespect yesterday and really all week, like I think Jeremy is just kind of just appealing to me. It feels like he likes me in a ironic kind of way. I don't know if he truly understands how legendary I am. And because of all of this disrespect, I've kind of decided that you guys do your fun little campy show. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it gets a whole lot of attention. It certainly doesn't draw 1.3 million viewers like I did in the main event of SmackDown this past week. But you guys have your nice little show. But I think that, you know, I might want to take over this show. I might just take SP3's job. You know, he writes for the Sports Illustrated, so I've heard. They don't actually mention him. It's just, oh, Sports Illustrated says, and then he takes credit for it, like he's all of Sports Illustrated, which I don't really understand. So I think I might just take his job. I actually have replacements lined up for you and Jeremy as well.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Well, I'm speaking.
Okay, all right.
I'd like to introduce you to my two friends, Shrek and Donkey.
Yeah,
and I think this is going to be the new In the Weeds crew here.
Gingy, I don't know if you can see this, but you can't. Your characters that you're bringing are currently getting green screen faded.
Well, it's Shrek and Donkey, okay?
Well, Shrek is a green character, so they would get green.
Shrek and Donkey are here with me.
You know what? I'm not the only one who's a little dumbfounded by this idea. SP3 is here.
Why? What?
Presumably,
why have you brought him on?
Because he's just as much a host as Jeremy or myself.
Not for long. Not for long. Not after I take over the show. Not after I make my pitch to whoever owns Fightful and lets them know that, hey, I'm doing 1.3 in the main event segment of SmackDown. Feel like that's a lot better than whatever this show is doing. So why don't you get real talent on here. Do you know how many millions we made for Shrek 1, Shrek 2, Shrek 3? We made billions of dollars at the box office. Way more than this silly show is ever going to make. So I think myself, Shrek, and Donkey, we're going to take over this show and bring some legitimacy to it.
Yeah, maybe start with a proper green screen format for you.
This is not my green screen. We don't use AI. We don't use green screens around here.
Of course. SP3, your retort.
I was going to keep ignoring this guy, but now that he's coming from my job, I guess I got to address this guy.
Wait,
First of all,
before you address him, once again, your mic in the settings. This rules.
Doesn't even have a proper mic. This is why I'm taking his job.
It definitely is this mic that I'm speaking into.
All right, go for it. All right.
This is why I'm taking his job.
Well, first of all, I was going to ignore him. I was going to ignore Joel as well because he keeps thinking that I didn't learn my lesson from the day prior. But first of all, the gingerbread man that was on Friday was definitely a brown gingerbread man. So I don't appreciate this whitewashed, culture appropriating gingerbread man who's out here trying to take credit for the rating on Friday. This is the quickest version of Rayville disease that I've ever seen, because this gingerbread man is the whitest gingerbread man that I have ever seen in life. So I don't appreciate
I
that,
got a nice oven tan.
I hate no, you don't. You got some white icing on you, sir. You got some white icing on you. I don't appreciate that. I'm the only, representative of the culture on this podcast. And now we got this man who was brown on Friday, and now he's been white every single day after that. You letting WWE and their MAGA mentality get to you, sir. You are appropriating. You are appropriating. You don't deserve to be on this show. You don't deserve to be on SmackDown. You don't deserve to be on WWE. You don't deserve to be on YouTube. You don't deserve to be on public access. They wouldn't even allow you on the Robin Bird show. And that's why you're getting Thanos snap, because every time you put up those stupid dumb toys, you getting Thanos snaps and you just disappearing. You turning even whiter. You turning see-through. You turning into the invisible gingerbread man. We gonna make up a whole new movie for you, The Invisible Gingerbread Man. So I'm sick and tired of this. I watched NXT last night, and the NXT champion inspired me. Tony D'Angelo. He's a vigilante right now, but at one time he was an Italian mob boss. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the hit out on the Gingerbread Man. We gonna take him out. I got some people in the Ohio area that can take care of this for me. Oh yeah, you are, because you got the same background as Jeremy. I know where you at. I've been in Ohio that one time for Jeremy, who I actually love and appreciate. I don't appreciate you, so we taking the hit out. This is done. It's over. This is gonna be the last time y'all see the Gingerbread Man, because I made some calls before I jumped on here, and it's gonna get done. It's over. It's over with. Shrek and Donkey can't protect you. You don't got enough protection to take care of this. I am putting the hit out on the Gingerbread Man. It's going to be Thanos snapping, and it's not just going to be because of the big screen. I'm ending this shit once and for all. It's a wrap. Good day, gentlemen. I will see you, Joel, next time, but I won't see the damn Gingerbread Man.
Some might argue that you can't see him right now. Gingy, you got to put those characters down. They're just getting into the way here.
This is going to be the new In the Weeds trio here. These are the new hosts. Myself, Shrek, and Donkey. We're replacing you. We're replacing SP3. We're replacing Jeremy. I'm not worried about this hit or whatever he is claiming. I have Shrek, I have Donkey, I have Fiona. Wait, Lord Farquhar? I ain't worried about him. We got rid of him. It scared me. Not worried about whatever he is claiming he is going to do.
Have you considered that maybe you shouldn't get rid of this show because it's really good just the way it is?
I'm going to make it better, just like I made WWE better with all my great moments and all my great reactions. Numbers were up this past week, Joel. Don't know if you saw that.
I didn't. I really don't pay attention to ratings.
Big rise in the ratings. You should. They're very important according to a lot of people.
I refuse to believe the ratings matter to anybody at this point, other than advertisers.
I'll get this show some advertisers.
Yeah. Don't you have a movie coming out next year or something?
I always have movies coming out.
Oh, okay. Apparently, if we take a pay cut, we might be able to stay. Is that true?
You don't have to take a pay cut. You're getting cut. You're done.
All right, then.
You're taking a pay cut to zero once you take over this show.
You can't really pay cut what's already not being paid. So really, what's the difference, right?
Well, then you should be happy that you will no longer have this show, because then
I'll
it'll just mean less work for the same amount of money.
Are we going to let AI take over this business?
I'm taking over this business. Good day.
Good day, Gingerbread Man. It was nice seeing you. I'm just gonna get rid of him, I guess. He's listen, man. He's ginger and he's bread and he thinks he's the man. But SP3's got a way with words. I think he's gonna do something. I'm a little concerned about this, but we did also get we got a super chat from Volib saying this is my favorite episode of Shrek in a Fool. Listen. This is serious business. We got a gingerbread man threatening us, and SP3 is threatening right back. I don't know how to respond to this. Again, as a completely unbiased host who has to be on both sides of the conversation, I don't know how to feel. I feel awkward. I feel strange. I don't know what to do. But hopefully Gingerbread Man comes to his senses soon and decides that this is the show that's worth keeping around. Hey, you're back. How you doing?
What happened? What'd you guys do to the Gingerbread Man?
Gingerbread Man showed up, talked a lot of shit, showed up with Shrek and Donkey, and then faded into the background of your green screen. Sorry, of his green screen. And then SP3 showed up, and SP3 kept talking about wanting to off the Gingerbread Man in a very weird way, because I think SP3 is going to send a militia to the Gingerbread Man's location. I think he kind of honed in on it, and so yeah, there was some tense words.
What did he do to the Gingerbread Man?
He says he's going to send a militia after him without saying as much, but he insinuated it as to not implicate himself in any crime.
Okay.
I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. Again,
I don't either.
I am unbiased. I am impartial. I am merely the person who asks and conversates. I am not here to be the cheerleader of anybody. So I don't know what to do.
Well, I hope the best for the Gingerbread Man. He's always liked me, so I don't feel threatened by him or anything. Hopefully we'll do okay. I hope the Gingerbread Man's okay, honestly. But I mean, I'm not protecting him, that's for sure. He's kind of on his own. I don't know where he lives. I don't know where he stays. Drury Lane, I believe, or is that the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man stays by
the Muffin Man
Drury
on Drury
Lane.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the Gingerbread Man visits.
Maybe that would be one way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan Lambert saying Ohio Boys the Nemeths versus Gingerbread Man. Book it. Gingerbread and Hometown Man in a tag team together.
Oh, Gingerbread and Hometown Man. Okay.
Yes. Facing the Nemeths.
Okay.
Could you imagine my big brother versus Gingerbread Man? Come on. There's your match of the year. You think TNA's bad? That would make it even worse or better, depending how you see it.
The TNA should bring in the Gingerbread Man.
It might get them some ratings considering their last run, but of course it's Nielsen, and this is who cares? I don't care about the numbers. But what I do care about, I don't know if you saw this on socials. So they announced that they're going to do the Champions Challenge, their 10-person tag, where all the champions face all the challengers or whatever. It's the champions team up and they do a match. Literally every comment is panning it in the replies to the TNA post. It's everyone just being like, old hat 2018, this is garbage, get better booking, get better writing. And I'm just like, wow, I really am not the only one in this sphere who thinks TNA booking has been awful. I know you guys know in the chat, I know you guys know, but like there seems like very, very few ride or die TNA guys and gals these days, because woof. And they got a live show, and I get to review it with Cresta at 11 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. So we'll see how that goes. NWA Power.
Terrible.
NWA Power's coming number 2, baby. It's going to be the real number 2. None of that AEW stuff. It's going to be NWA Power at this point, taking it. Joel making friends with everyone. I do make friends. I'm a very friendly human being. I am. People like me, something. Right? Don't answer that. Either way, I saw it and I was like, oh, okay. People are feeling the same way I am. And I didn't want to quote tweet it and just be like reheated beans, but yeah, that's what that Champions Challenge feels like. That everything from that feels terrible. But looking forward to talking TNA with Cresta, because Cresta likes to be positive, but I think Cresta's been having such a struggle also talking nicely about TNA. So we'll have a very interesting chat come Thursday night over Friday, because I'm sure our show will go past the 12 o'clock hour. Or not, because maybe the show will be so boring that we'll just get in and out in 45 minutes. Making friends while being called assholes on another podcast. That's true. That's true. We're friends. We have friends. You should make burritos for dinner, by the way, Mikey.
Burritos sound good.
Especially burrito bowls if you just want to cut out the tortilla.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of cutting out, let's talk about NXT.
Why?
Because we can, and we should. What'd you make of Mason Rook? Came out, signed his contract, and said a lot of words about being ready. And honestly, at some points, he looked like a deer in the headlights, the poor guy. But I don't know, the crowd seems to be really into him. They're trying to do the he's big, he's bad, he'll body slam your dad. And that's nice.
Yeah, they did that. They did the Mason Rook, yeah.
They did their homework. Like I said, they watched that one John Cena post and they were like, oh, how do we do this? And then they got it. So, good. It was good. Tony D comes out and of course gets involved, and so does Cam Hendricks, and they try to do a brawl and all that stuff. But in the end, a big old moonsault from Mason Rook. And here's where I have to say, at the end of that segment, I hope to Christ that all of those producers, all of those agents, and Shawn Michaels cussed out the people who were doing the security jobs, who were acting as security on that angle. They did not catch that man one iota. They let him belly flop onto that floor, and I felt terrible. I'm glad that Will Cruz, that Mason Rook is a big dude, but I'm sure he's feeling it today, because that was not fun. You gotta catch those guys. If you don't think you can catch them, you shouldn't be in that spot. And those four guys did not even try. It's like they stuck out their arm and were like, ah, and then pulled it away. It wasn't good. I did not like that.
Yeah, that was a little rough looking. I thought overall it looked like it was his first time kind of like cutting a promo, right? Like,
yeah, it did.
He didn't look super comfortable out there. He didn't sound super comfortable. I mean, the material is what it is, Izzy Dame. So that one was, it's tough to make good on bad material, especially if it's your first time kind of like doing something like this. I assume he'll get better. A lot of people go out there and kind of, I don't say flounder, but look like it's their first time doing something like this for when it is legitimately their first time doing something like this. I hope it's not like held against him or anything, and he continues to improve on it. Obviously, they see a lot in him. They immediately put him in a program with the champion, so they're clearly going to get behind him in some form or fashion there, and we'll see if he can continue to grow off of that. But the first impression was good, because the first impression was a few weeks ago. The first promo impression.
Who's that big fat fan?
Yes, the first promo impression. It could have been better.
Yeah, and again, he will get better with that. He had that deer in the headlights look, and I don't even think he knew how he was supposed to be received by the NXT audience. Like, is he supposed to be a heel? Is he supposed to be a baby face? Like, what is? Because they like him because he's fresh, he's new, and he's doing something different, which I liked. So I hope that they figure it out. But for him, it was a good start physically. It was a little challenging when we got to mic skills. So Mason Rook will absolutely pull up, but for now, it's just first week. He signed the contract. He looked emotional, which is great. I mean, he should be excited to be here in spotlight. So it was quite the debut. We have to talk about NARAKU,
Hell yeah.
or as Booker liked to call him, NARAKU. whatever the fuck you called him. He beats Lince Dorado. Lince's first NXT appearance since like 2021. He's been on Evolve a bunch, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was good to see Lince. You know what that also proves to me? Two things. One, they don't have any undercard gatekeeper talent in NXT anymore because they got rid of Dante again, and two, or moved others up the card. And two, Lince Dorado is a great gatekeeper because he's also a coach at the PC. But these two had a nice little 5-minute match, and Evil/NARAKU gets the win, and afterwards shouts that he's evil. Did you know that he is?
Yes.
evil.
Yes. Oh, the match was too long, honestly. I thought it should have ended sooner. They're calling everything is evil. Abyss, the Abyss now. All right. Sure. Yeah, I thought it probably should have been a little bit shorter. It wasn't like, overly long, but I think for maybe the first impression of Evil, they should have just cut it a little bit. Because like Lince Dorado, it's the same argument I make with AEW. You're not going to do anything with Lince Dorado. And this wasn't like a 50-50, back and forth kind of thing. It was a glorified squash. I would have just cut a minute off of the glorified squash. But like, he has a good look. Every music on NXT sucks. This has always been known, but I don't know, for some reason it like stood out way more to me last night of like how bad every single song on this show is.
So I can take Naraku's theme. I don't hate it. I hated Mason Rook's theme because they do the harmonic pinch that every single, and a harmonic pinch is when you hear that high pitch that in a guitar tone, it sounds so stock and overdone, and it's not good. But they did it in the Mason Rook theme, and it's not good. Not good.
Yeah, I didn't like his music. I didn't like Naraku's music. I didn't like I didn't like Kendall Gray's music. I know this isn't like new music or anything. I don't know what it was, but like last night, like it just really stuck out of how bad all of these themes are. Like none of them are any good. Oh, yeah. But Naraku looked good, and hopefully he'll continue to. I assume he'll continue to just be part of the show, be a big part of the show, and they'll continue to just kind of build them up from there.
Yeah, exactly. They've introduced so many new talent. They have to find ways to merge them into traffic. Mason Rook doing it this way made sense because he wasn't a signed talent up until now, and he made his mark beating up guys after the bell. Naraku came in, and he's obviously part of the team. Therefore, he needs to build his way up through wins. Like, they're finding ways to kind of add them, slot them in, and it's not bad so far. I thought not Tristan Archer. My God, what's his name?
Tristan Angels?
Tristan Angels. I gotta stop saying Tristan Archer.
Yeah, that's the second week in a row.
Gotta stop calling him that. Tristan Angels, the sheep shearer. I thought he looked really good, and I thought the segment that they did with Shiloh and Lizzie and Tatum Paxley was a lot of fun. So I like what they're doing with him so far. He's new, he's fresh, and they're trying to make him different as well. And having him connected to Lizzie somehow is a fun little added piece. They did the tag match at the beginning of the show between Tatum Paxley and Lizzie Rain against the Keto Lions and Zarya. To the surprise of nobody, Zarya left.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that constitutes a babyface turn in my books. Keto Lions high and dry. It's like, woo! But otherwise, yeah, it was a good opening tag match, and Lizzie Rain gets the win for her team, and that's how we're going to get to a Lizzie Rain versus Tatum Paxley Women's North American Championship match next week, because Tatum likes being a challenging champion. So there we go.
Yes, so I mean, maybe it doesn't end in a DQ, but it feels like it might end in a DQ. I don't know if they want to beat Lizzie that quickly. I don't think Tatum's going to lose or anything. Lizzie's finisher is going to annoy me. Because you got to hold her leg, and it's so obvious on the leg holding. And just drop her. Just let her leg go. Or do a spine buster or something out of it. I don't know what it is. It's just it's gonna be one of those little things. As cool as the finisher look, it's gonna be one of those little things that just continues to annoy me. Because unless certain people can make it look like they aren't holding her leg as blatant. Like, it's very blatant with Nikita holding her leg. And I do think as she faces better people, it might look a little bit better to where the leg holding is not quite as prominent. I'll give Soul and some of her opponents credit of like how they do set up the Soul Snatcher. Like, yeah, it can look very hokey in certain ways. I know Jensen like hates the 21 plex for the same reason. Although now Bandito's just picking people up off the ground, so it looks a lot cooler. But yeah, it can look hokey with the setup. But there are some opponents that it looks good with because they actually do set it up well, and it is like a creative kind of way that it sets up. And I think you can maybe do that with this move. But yeah, someone's gonna counter that into like a power bomb. And it's gonna be like, oh, why don't we just do that all the time? You know, that EO countered the Soul Snatcher on Monday, and that looked cool.
She didn't really counter it. She just kind of stepped out of it and then got the pinfall.
Yeah, well, it was a counter by moving the hell out of the way and turning it into a crucifix pin, which
that's like saying the Joe walk away spot is a counter to the senton.
It is.
No, it's not.
Counter by moving. A move is a counter. Counter move, Joel.
It's the Harley Race conversation. What's your finisher, kid? I'll move.
Yeah. Moving is a counter. Like, why wouldn't that constitute as a counter?
Oh, I guess I understand what you're coming from. But
yeah, there's like someone should just spine buster Lizzie Rain out of that.
Go ahead.
Okay, it's gonna get on my nerves the more I see it, but it still looks cool like when she does hit it.
When Mako does her kick, she usually has the opponent down on a knee, and then she uses the knee to kind of pop up and do it. And I think that would be a good, effective way of doing it.
Yeah. When Mako, and sometimes she'll do it from like behind as well, so can't really counter that. Yeah, it's just very blatant of let me hold your leg up here so you can kick me in the head. And again, when Lizzie faces better opponents who might be able to just base better for her, it might look a little bit better. Right now, she's facing Nikita Lyons, who is just going to, all right, let me wrap you tight around the leg so you can kick me.
Yeah, it is what it is, Izzy Dame. She's later on the show. But yeah, so like I said, later on in the night, they do the 4 people sitting backstage, and Tristan Angels comes up and does a little hi, Lizzie, and Lizzie rolls her eyes after we had already discovered that those two knew each other on the British scene, which I thought was, again, a good little wink and a nod to their time together, and hopefully they play into that a little bit more, which I would like to see. But they're going to do Tatum and Lizzie, like you said. A DQ finish would probably be the place because they're not going to beat Lizzie this quickly. But at the same time, if you want to introduce, Zarya into it because she's annoyed and she didn't want to be in that tag match in the first place, then it's easy to do that and turn it into a triple threat. 2 smaller baby faces going up against, the big bad Zarya, who's really not that big, but is bad. She's not.
Body slam.
She's big, she's bad. She'll body slam your dad. Zarya. That's where I see it going. What else was going on last night? I guess we can talk about that main event. Was Kendall Gray and Kalani Jordan had a really good match. They gave a lot of time. It was all in service of doing a little bit of Lola Vice, Izzy Dame shenanigans afterwards. And by the end of it, all that really mattered was that it is what it is. She knocked out Lola Vice, held that title up high, and now they're calling up the NXT Women's Championship. Is it Izzy Dame's time next? She's certainly the presumed ruler of the culling. She is the leader of this place. But no, solid main event, really good match, and neither winner mattered because it was all about Izzy Dame.
Yeah, I thought the main event was really good. They did the finish where Lola and Izzy were fighting and everything, and so that caused the distraction. And so Kalani got the win. I would have liked to see this get more time, honestly. This is where you cut a minute off of NARAKU and give it to this match, because I think they actually have a much better match in them, as good as this was. I mean, everyone says that Kendall Gray is really good. I think Kalani's almost become underrated because of people like Kendall Gray and because they have moved so many different women into the division now, and Kalani's been there for a while to where you almost forget about her. But I mean, she's still really good, and so I'm glad she got this main event spot to kind of show that. And it might be Izzy up next with getting the title. I don't know if they're gonna take it off Lola that quickly, but they also might want to bring Lola up. I'm not sure with the women's division in NXT because they got a lot of good talent. They got some main roster spots, but they're also afraid to move people from they're afraid to move people down on the main roster. It feels like. And that's sort of an issue when you're trying to bring people up because they're doing all that stuff with the tag division and that's going where it's going. But then you have they're moving people off of the tag division, or they're moving people, like a bunch of people into the tag division. But then like the main event scene for the women's title on Raw is not existent right now. Like Liv is there. I sometimes forget she's the champion because she's just doing like random Judgment Day stuff, and now they're feuding with the Bellas and Paige, so she's kind of been brought into the tag vortex. Rhea is now feuding still with Jade, I guess, and okay. And then you have people like Jordan, who I know Jordan was injured, but she's not really doing much. They're bringing in Blake. I guess they're just gonna run back the Blake and Jordan feud right now. Like, yeah, they feel like they're just afraid to like shuffle people on the main roster, and so that doesn't create a whole lot of chances for the women in NXT if you want to move them up. Which I think people like. I think Lola's probably ready to come up. I think Kalani's probably ready to come up. But I just don't know if they're ever going to bring them up, at least not in the next 6 to 9 months.
You know who Blake is going to go after.
No, who? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's a thing.
Tiffy time. That's going to be absolutely the setup. That's going to be probably the first Blake Monroe feud if she doesn't have an undercard something to start with. No, it feels like her and Tiffy are a match made in heaven for WWE lore. So again, you're right. The women's division up top is we talked to SP3 and I talked about it yesterday. It's like, what are the other matches that will be announced for Saturday night's main event in 2 weeks? Because you've announced the tag team match and you've announced the Intercontinental Championship match. What's going to be anything from SmackDown? The 2 title matches seem to be going on for Italy. So like, what's the main event and what's the 4th match that'll be on the card? Is it Tiffy versus Julia again?
Oh yeah, Julia's there.
Like they gotta do something, and they gotta have some sort of main event. To me, I was like, are they gonna do Trick and Sammy 3, even though Trick's won twice?
It's Saturday night's main event?
Yeah, it's like, do they do a 3rd match for those 2?
No, that's not a main event match. That should be done. That feud should be done.
I would like to think so.
I think Liv. Maybe they do a Cody title defense. I don't know against who, but
real just turnaround for that.
Yeah, they just kind of throw them, or Gunther against somebody. You know what? They might run back Seth and Braun at Saturday night's main event.
So 3 Raw matches on Saturday night's main event.
Yeah. I don't think they're that concerned over Raw versus SmackDown type of thing. It's just, yeah, I could see them running back Seth and Braun because they really don't like. Roman's probably not working that show, and because they would have confirmed him, I assume.
Trick should just do an open challenge, and someone should come out.
That's not a main event though. Like you gotta have like an actual.
I feel the main event's probably the tag title match, the Logan Paul tag title match.
That sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah, but it'll end with Seth and Braun getting involved by the end of the match, or to end the match. So at least someone shows up. Listen, I don't expect this to be a over the top Saturday night's main event. It's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. They do not care, and on top of it, like I don't know what the ticket sales are like, but like there's nothing going on for them to really need to push this thing. Do the Obafemi Open Challenge. at Saturday night's main event.
No, I didn't get to say this yesterday because I didn't review the show. The Obafemi Open Challenge is basically dead because Adam Pearce was like, everybody back there is a pussy and doesn't want this smoke. And then so Oba had to go pull the Garzas out from the back to beat their ass. But Adam Pearce just buried everybody on the roster and was like, nobody wants to answer it. Everyone's a pussy. Sorry, Oba.
No, but it's true, and that's the way that the Obafemi Open Challenge should have been. It should have been to challenge him, but instead they did 1 week with it, 1 week with the challenger, and then they're like, "Oh, maybe it's not working." But in reality, it is. If you actually give it time to let it be more, Obafemi beats up more important people and goes deeper in water. Like, you have to eventually make it seem like Oba can be beaten without beating him. You need to build that story with him. It's just very strange, but yeah. But then they turn around and they're just like, but we're doing an open challenge next week. It's like, you're what? I thought it was closed. So it was very poorly executed, to say the least.
Yeah, it didn't quite work, the open challenge. I mean, him beating up the Garzas was fine. Why do you need Adam Pearce going out there and just being like, yeah, everyone here just a pussy? It was funny, but they did that like after 1 week though. You're telling me nobody back there was like, oh yeah, let me come up and face Oba, at least try to get this victory after 1 week. And now I'm like, yeah, if everyone's afraid of him, I'd put he should just be going under the world title. But it didn't make sense it didn't make sense to basically bury the roster in that way. You're telling me Braun Breaker? Like, I understand, like, him and Oba aren't going to cross, but you're telling me Braun Breaker isn't, like, sitting back there and be like, wait, I would answer this if you guys weren't having me doing, like, other stuff. That seems stupid.
Well, in some ways, it's just like, what do I get for doing this? Do I get a title? Do I get money? Like, you're just going after Obafemi. It's the idea is Oba beat Brock, therefore the prize. I said this on the Raw review the week that he announced it. Oba is the prize. It's like when we made the joke about the Kenny Omega title. You beat Kenny Omega, you get to wear him as a title belt. That's what Obafemi is in this case. And the way he explained it when he introduced it, it made perfect sense because he was like, everyone else is tied up in their title programs going into Backlash. So I have the Obafemi Open Challenge. Beat me if you can, blah, 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 blah. Survive if I let you. We just got sued by Taz. Thank you. You want to put on some orange while you're at it? That car behind you, is that orange? Either way, the point of it all being, maybe a little, but the point of it all being, like, Oba was supposed to be the title. He is supposed to be winning his open challenge because you build the lore to the person who either eventually beats him or he does so well at his own open challenge that he gets himself into a title shot and therefore is a world killer. And then you've buried your roster. Instead, they cut the legs out from under it by having Adam Pearce come out and say, everyone's too much of a pussy to come and face you. So good job, Oba. And Oba's like, too bad. I'm going to go find people.
Yeah, that's the issue I have is, like, you did this after 1 week of no one wants to face you. Like, fine, if you want to do that after a few weeks, okay, but after 1 week, it just doesn't make a ton of sense to do it so quickly. And really, you shouldn't do it kind of as at all, at least not of, like, no one wants to face you. Because again, if I'm Braun Breaker, if I'm Seth Rollins or somebody, it's like, oh, I'll face Oba. But obviously, they're just tied up with other stuff. Like, they clearly are just biding their time with Oba until something, hopefully King of the Ring, and then they will go from there. But the Obafemi Open Challenge ain't like headlining Saturday night's main event. To get back to that conversation.
No, it's not. I'm literally just throwing things out there, and someone said Rhea and Jade, and it's like, sure. I mean,
I thought about that, and I was like they had a good match at WrestleMania. I don't know if I need to, like, fully run that back, but I can understand, like, the reasoning to potentially run that. Like, clearly the feud is continuing, so okay. But yeah, I don't know if you need to, like, really, really run that back. But I could honestly see that being the main event. That was kind of my thought as I ran through. All right, if it's not going to be Cody, if it's not going to be Roman, where are you going to go? Rhea and Jade might make the most sense.
Did you see the Emily Agard segment from NXT?
Yeah. I actually watched the whole show
Okay.
last night. You know, I didn't.
You
You
were
know, I
you were feeling a little under the weather, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I was. I went to bed like immediately after. But you know, the week before it was because games were on. Like if look, it's gonna be the same position tonight with Dynamite, folks. I'm letting everybody know this is not Jeremy doesn't care about NXT. This is Jeremy doesn't care about wrestling when his sports teams are playing. I will have Dynamite on. It'll be kind of background for me, but I gotta watch Game 5 between the Avs and the Wild. That's what I'm going to be locked into. But I'll have Dynamite on the same way I had NXT on. Last week was a little bit different. No, last week, was there 2 games last week? Yeah, last week might have been a 2-game evening. And so that's why. Yeah, last week was definitely a 2-game evening. And so that's why it became even tougher for me to watch NXT. Tonight's only a 1-game evening, so I can still have some focus on AEW. But yeah, last week being a 2-game evening, NXT, I was like, yeah, I don't care too much about the show. But yes, I did watch the Emily Agard segment. I do like those. I went back and rewatched the segment from last week as well. I like the off-location stuff. Like it gives personality to the wrestlers and just the segment overall. So I do like it.
Yeah, and there's a piece of vulnerability that comes with it too, because you are in a different area that's not at work, so it looks different and it's presented differently. And I like they're trying to use Emily as like the vessel through which these big, strong, tough dudes emote a little bit more. So I like the way that it looks. But either way, I thought this one was different. It wasn't bad. It wasn't just. It felt like they saw what they did last week and were like, yeah, that was great. And they saw the praise that it got. And they're like, let's do it again this week. Let's do it with OTM because we really want to get them over. And it felt like they almost over scripted it to a certain degree. But OTM are really good together and they're so comfortable that it worked. It just some points felt robotic and felt like they were trying to remember their lines. Otherwise, like the off-location stuff is great. Obviously, people pointing out, or at least our chat did that. Not our chat, our staff chat did that. The hot dogs were severely burnt, or at least the sides were. Maybe that's how Emily likes it. Maybe you just have to ask Emily herself. Go on socials, ask Emily Agard, hey, how do you like your hot dog? But don't ask it in a creepy way. Just say that we saw on the podcast it was burnt. Do you like burnt hot dogs? It sounds much worse when you think about it. Anyway, the OTM stuff was fine. It was just. I like you. I like the off-screen stuff or the off-site stuff. I just hope they don't turn it into doing it every single week. Do it when it matters.
Yeah, if you do it every week, one, you're gonna run out of talent to do it with soon enough. And I don't think everyone needs like a profile piece like this. I will say you should maybe. This is gonna sound.
Oh, if you think, hold on. I'm gonna put it in the private chat. Hold on.
I need SP3 here. I mean, SP3 always carries the Dynamite review. That's nothing new. I'll fully admit that. SP3 always carries the Dynamite review. I mean, yes, but also just maybe just profile some white people so it doesn't look like, hey, let's humanize these black people. Like,
I get it.
You know what I mean?
I do. It doesn't sound like you're saying like there are too many black people on the screen. That's not what you're saying.
No,
that's not at all what you're saying. It sounds like you're just being like, we got to bounce it out. But like OTM, I think like Bronco Nima is supposed to be Latino, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. So
all right. So minorities just like, it feels like they are trying to be like, hey, look how human these minorities are. And it's like, okay, what are you trying to tell us here by doing this?
To me, I don't care so much about the color of their skin. I care about where you placed it, because here it was, we're at a cookout. So to me, it was just like you took one of the more stereotypical things that people talk about, who's welcome to the cookout, and you brought Emily to it. And it's like that could have been misconstrued if they keep going this way. Or you brought the Keanu Carver was in a not so great part of town, and you don't want to make it look like all of
Yes.
these are just stereotypes of themselves. That being said, she's gonna do one with like Vanity Project, and they're gonna go to like a spa somewhere in the nice
Right.
town, and you're gonna be like, oh, this looks bad. But you're right, you do have to be careful where you place them. It's not about the color of the talent, it's about where you're placing them and what stories you're giving them. And as you can't give stereotypes the whole time.
Oh, thank you. You explained that way better than I did. But that was my overall point, is you don't need to continue to do this and make it look like, hey, look at this rough upbringing and these stereotypes that these people have gone through, and continue to do it with your talent of color. And because you hit that note too many times, it's like, what are you trying to say with all of this? Like, why? And that's why I said, like, you know, get some white people in there so it doesn't look like you are doing that, because right now you're going down that road and that's not going to work well. Because you can still profile people of color, but just it doesn't always have to be rough upbringing type of stuff of like, hey, we're going to the cookout, hey, we're going, look at this hood that I was from. Like, little slippery there, you know? Like, you gotta be conscious of that stuff, honestly. And I don't think they are a lot of times in WWE, very conscious of that stuff.
No, they're not. But I'd like to think that with NXT, they find out when to rein it back a little bit. But we'll see. Again, maybe if next week Emily is with, you know, I'm not going to use any stereotypes, but if she continues the same line down the line, so to speak, then yeah, I'll be asking the same question you are. But yeah, otherwise, like, it's a good segment, and I like you said, they're doing it offsite, they're doing it differently, and she's being used in a way that she's not just backstage interviewer X. She's actually going out and being like a journalist, or at least a show presenter that matters, instead of just being, you know, the woman backstage holding a microphone. You don't always need that person. So I like that they're doing something different with Emily.
Yeah, no, I do like the segments overall. And I think it's a good use of her. And I like the profile pieces on the talent. It is good stuff. You got to be careful with continuing to go down that. If they have, I know you won't mention any names, and I completely agree. If they do a segment with Kalani Jordan and talk about like her gymnast background, and they do it like in a gymnasium type of thing, like that's fine. It is just you are stereotyping these people in a way that becomes slippery if you do it too often like this.
And like, to be fair, this is segment number 2.
Yeah.
The first guy was coming from that background. He wants money. He's obviously coming from a place where he didn't have a lot of money growing up. OTM, same thing. They told the story. It wasn't that they were poor. It was more that, you know, Bronco Nima lost his mom, and now he takes care of his little brother too. And Lucian Price is just like, he's a great artist. And it wasn't about growing up poor, but it was just the way it was pitched. It was always hard times, and not everyone has to be hard times and look a certain way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, we'll see what they do. Week 3 will be kind of
Sorry if I got myself canceled on that one.
No, I was going to take him to the zip lining place. This is how
Shaka bra.
Noam Dar lost his return to NXT match to Jackson Drake. The rest of the Vanity Project were there. The match was fine. It was really all about China 2.0 being a part of this. Micah Lockwood. They like her, man.
Yeah. I mean, as they should. As I said last week, she should win all the titles. She rules. So I'm completely fine. I love the entrance she just carries out. Yes. Jackson Drake like on her shoulders. Hilarious.
Yeah. It was a fine match. Again, Noam Dar knows how to do his thing. And Jackson Drake is also a great wrestler. So again, the matches were actually pretty good last night on NXT. The storytelling is just kind of like, sometimes it's okay, and sometimes it's like, what are we doing here? Why are we doing this? Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that we really need to point from.
I thought the 6-man was good.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Afterbirth, they beat.
Yeah, they won. That was surprising.
It wasn't though. So when I realized that Charlie Dempsey was back, they made a whole big deal out of Charlie being such a big loser that he needs to go away and train for a few weeks. When they brought him back for this match, if he had lost, which, by the way, I think he should have just gotten the pinfall if that was the story. Then if he had lost, then it would have been a bigger deal. But no, Legacy Tate and Legacy Tate Wilder and EK Prosper losing, it was fine. Like, you can do that. I mean, you can't keep jobbing out Birthright. I mean, you can, and I wouldn't hate it, but
yeah, they told a good story as well. So I liked it overall. With who was it? Tate kept trying to take the shine for himself. So yeah, I like the story overall, and I was just shocked after Birth won because like they don't lose it or they don't win at all. So I was like, oh, they actually won a match. Good for them.
Well, they don't have the TNA Knockouts World Champion by their side anymore because that title has now gone back to TNA. Thankfully.
Yeah. The segment like after this was so stupid though.
Which one?
Because it was like, not after this. Sorry, after the Vanity Project match. Yeah, with like OTM comes in, and then there's like a backstage segment, and then they go back to OTM. Like, what is this pacing and everything?
It's not. It's not pacing. It's just throwing shit at the wall NXT style.
Yeah, it was like, did you guys just stand in the ring? And then they keep doing the thing of, oh, not so much like partners who have issues, but it's like, we're not going to take the match. You're going to take the match. But like they just did that setup just before that as well. And with Miles and Tavion and everything. They just do things on NXT, which is cool in one respect, but then it becomes a little too much in another respect.
Yeah. Well, before we get to our thumbnail story, I do love this. Kevin Nash on his podcast saying, you can't have it both ways. You can't play Endeavor at the top with the 300% increases and 1099 the dock workers. If they're going to play by those rules, let the boys play by the same rules. Go through the Screen Actors Guild. They'll be more than happy to take their cut of your money. It won't be 50%, but it'll change the ball game. Take one of the programs that's written down and tell me that program isn't more heavily written or produced than Curb Your Enthusiasm when all those SAG actors got paid. And to which point, Jesus Christ, here he's back, Mr. Grifter himself, Andrew Yang.
Oh, God. Did he reply to this?
He quote tweeted, Nash is right. WWE wrestlers participate in highly rated scripted programming every week. They should be SAG actor members already. What are you going to do about it, Andrew Yang? What are you going to do about it? You going to tell them that they can star in the latest commercial for your Money Pit mobile commercials? They're going to be SAG after members after that? What are you going to do, Andrew Yang? Nothing.
Yeah, this dude.
I should just put him in one of your Mint Mobile commercials or whatever they are. Noble Mobile.
Yeah, this dude sucks.
He sucks. The boy who cried nothing. Stop.
Yeah, like he's not gonna do anything. We went through this 6 years ago. Like it's been 6 years, and he didn't do anything then. Why is he gonna do something now?
Because he realized he could grift his way back into the spotlight.
Yeah, because wrestling fans are dumb as hell, and so
there you go.
They're like, oh yeah, stand up for us, Andrew Yang. Thank you, and they don't.
No. Zero interest in having Andrew Yang on the show.
Nah.
I would ask him wrestling questions and watch him squirm. Because there,
you know what? I would actually have Andrew Yang on the show if we just asked him wrestling questions.
Only.
If we didn't ask anything about like the SAG and like unionization and what are you gonna do, if we were just like, so what's your favorite moment from the Attitude Era? I would do that in a heartbeat. Ryan, if you want to reach out to Andrew Yang and be like, hey, want to do this wrestling morning show and talk about wrestling, he'll probably think like, oh yeah, this will be great, we'll talk about all this other stuff. But no, we're not going to.
Andrew Yang was on a bunch of podcasts when he started this.
I only remember him like being on, he talked with Nemeth. That's the only thing I really remember. I'm sure he was on other stuff, but I don't remember them.
I remember him doing one with Wrestling Inc. when Nick Hausman was still around.
Oh, okay.
And he did one with Hausman when Hausman was doing a daily. And I heard it and I was just like, sounds like a whole lot of nothing. But like Kevin,
this would be the point.
Yeah. Just rest. I would just ask him about wrestling.
Yeah.
Nash on the SAG after stuff, it's like it's a great idea, and Nash is also part of SAG after, so like he knows, but he's not wrong. But nothing's going to change to the point where they can all. I'd love to see the change where they could all join SAG after or some sort of union to get coverage, but wrestling just has never been in that world.
No, and it never will be. Like, it's a fun thought, it's a fun idea, but it's never going to happen. Like, it's not. We know it's not. Because how many wrestlers have like talked about it or hinted about it or whatever over the years, and how much traction has actually been made on it? None. Absolutely zero. It's never going to happen. It's funny when people bring it up, and because they think they sound really smart, and like they do, like I understand what they're going for, but no one actually makes a movement to do it, or if they do, they don't have the support to actually do it. And it gets very difficult if you're trying to do all this by yourself, because you kind of do need the support of at least like 50% of these other wrestlers, and you're just not going to get that. So it's never going to happen. It's just not. And anytime anybody brings it up, again, it just feels like they're trying to, I know you use the word grift, but it just feels like they are trying to just gain attention for themselves when they don't actually have any intention of doing anything.
You're right. A grift would imply that they're trying to make money off of the appearances that they're making or the things that they're plugging. You can argue that Andrew Yang's just trying to get people to sign up for his mobile phone plan, but that's just the virtue of what I see. But you're right. It's not necessarily a grift. It is just trying to be more accessible in the public eye and be more in the public eye. But no, nobody sees Andrew Yang and thinks, oh, this is the guy who's going to do it. Because the first time and the second time and the third time and the fourth time, every time he's tried it, it's always ended with absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's why the Zelina thing was so funny. It's like she did it, and everybody's like, "Oh, you don't want that."
It's gonna happen, and then they brought her back to work.
Yeah, and then she returned to WWE like 8 months later, and it was
Hey,
like,
we'll
"Oh,
pay
what
you a lot of
happened?"
money. Just shut down your OnlyFans and never talk about unionization again. Okay.
Yeah, like it just, I don't know who that voice would be to do it. And again, I don't think whoever that voice is, are you the voice of the voiceless? Is that what the smile was there?
Actually, the smile was John Cena of all people, because he's
Oh.
definitely in SAG-AFTRA, and he's definitely
Yeah.
someone who can get away with it. Rock too. Dwayne Johnson could be another person who's actively in TKO, part of the board, and like those are two names right there that immediately stuff changes if they mention it. So
Yeah, but they're not going to.
no, they're not. But I'm saying something
Yeah.
big would have to happen for them to actually use that power and influence.
Right. So I was thinking of a voice that like actually might go down this road, and I don't know who that is. Like my initial thought was like maybe MJF, but I don't even know if he cares to do anything like this, and I don't even know if his voice is big enough to do anything like this. Because I'm gonna like honestly, there aren't a ton of voices out there who could do something like this. It's a very small list in the first place. I mean, Joel mentioned the Rock and John Cena, and yeah, like that's true. Like Roman, Cody, Punk, those are obviously the biggest voices in WWE, and then that's about it. And then AEW, I don't know if any AEW voice is big enough, honestly, because AEW is just not a big enough company. And I also don't think like they're as, when it comes to stuff like this, they are as what's the word I'm looking for?
Is it cutthroat?
No, not cutthroat. I don't think the talent is as worried, I guess. I don't feel like worried is the right word, but I don't feel like they're as worried about like, oh, my contract's going to get screwed over, I'm going to be asked to take this pay cut. Like, that's just not something that's at the forefront of their mind, because Tony hasn't really done that. Like, any of his releases, and there have been some, aggrieved is a good word. That's a much bigger word than I could have thought of. Thank you, Mikey V. When Tony like cuts people. It typically is people that like aren't being used and everything, or it is people who want to be released, or it's people where their contracts are coming up. So yeah, it's not a big of an issue in AEW to where I think anybody in AEW would be like, hey, I want to do this and I want to, you know, try to go to SAG or start whatever movement you want to start. And I just don't know if any AEW voice would be big enough to do anything like that, because then it immediately gets shut down by the WWE stuff, and then it's like, okay, well, what traction did you really gain out of this? So yeah, it would have to be one of the top people in WWE, and I just don't think any of the top people in WWE care to do that.
Yeah, but where does TNA fit into all this? Anyway, an update on the new AEW. As promised, Fightful Select last night, we dropped an update that, listen, the reality is they are very well liked. The team of Kofi and Austin Creed. No, they will not be known as the Brothers of Creed. I don't know what they're going to be called if they make a jump, but right now Kofi's going under Kofi and Austin Creed is Austin Creed. They announced appearances at Galaxy Con coming up, and that is just how they're being represented. So we'll see if they come up with a new name, a new gimmick. I know people have made jokey assertions as to what they could be, but either way, those that we spoke to at Fightful Select through All Elite Wrestling said they would absolutely welcome Kofi and Austin in this particular instance, which is to the surprise of absolutely nobody. And while it's not set in stone, the general belief is that if they want to, that is where they will land. And no real shock there, because this is a team that is, like I said, universally loved and well respected, and haven't worked outside of WWE as a team ever. Austin Creed, of course, worked in TNA for a spell under Consequences Creed. I can speak, I promise. But Kofi has always been under the WWE system. So greener pastures for them, potentially. If they decide that AEW is where they want to go, they would be welcomed with open arms. So good for them, man. They should be where they want to be and making more money.
Yeah, not surprising that AEW is like unanimously, yeah, we want these guys. Like, they're not hiding it that well. I'm not sure they're trying to hide it, honestly.
Jeremy,
but
did you know that on BTE it was a new day and they did a watch along with the wrestlers called The New Day?
Yeah, what timing for them to do, like, hey, we're going to do a watch along of an old episode. What episode should we do? How about the episode with New Day? Well, why? Oh, it's not surprising. And look, even after the news came out that they were leaving, MJF was tweeting about it. FTR was tweeting about it. Kenny was retweeting old stuff. Like, the Young Bucks were retweeting old stuff. Like, all of them are in on this. Again, it's not surprising that it's unanimous of like, yeah, we want them here. So I expect to see them there once the 90 days are up. It's their decision, right? Like, we know AEW wants them. We know that door is wide open. It's a matter of, do they want to walk through that door? Because they're going to have other doors to potentially walk through.
That's right. MLW, baby.
Like, they're going to have other doors to walk through. So it is just a matter of like, which door do you want to walk through? That's the biggest one. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to offer more money than that. I don't think anybody's going to offer more opportunity than that. But it's just a matter of like, is that where you want to go? You know, and we shall see. That's where I expect them. I truly do. I just don't know, you know, obviously if it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's no reason not to expect them there. But the MLW thing would be funny because it'd be the New Day, sponsored by Danny McBride. That's how you would bring them in. New Day, sponsored by Danny McBride.
I'm sure. I don't know what their name was gonna be. Like new.
Do you call it New something? Do you just call them Kofi and Creed? Like,
yeah, Kofi and Creed kind of works for me.
Sounds like
honestly.
Coffee and Cream, which I'm sure that would be.
I didn't think of that at all.
In my brain is Creed and Creamer. Anyway, it's just
okay.
Creed and Kofi. I don't know. If they decide on a different name, then that's up to them. JCW are interested. Everyone's interested.
yeah, again, they're gonna have options. Like,
Thank you,
it's-
Louis got it. Thank you for the Beastie Boys reference.
yeah, they're gonna have options. Like, that's not gonna be an issue. It's just where do they want to, like, again, maybe they want to go to New Japan and do a tour over there before they end up in AEW. Maybe they want to do something separately. I don't know. Like,
It's true.
I don't like rule that out or anything. They've been tied together for over a decade now, and maybe they're both just like, hey, maybe I do want to just like be a singles person and not be part of a tag team. Yeah, I have no idea. It doesn't seem like that, right? Like, it seems like, oh, they're just gonna come in, they're gonna go to AEW, they're gonna have all these great matches and all these tag team matches, all these dream matches that we always thought of, and blah 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 blah. And like, if that happens, I think it's gonna be great if they do all of that. But we've seen in the past where some people are like, nah, I kind of want to do like my own thing here, and then that's what ends up happening. Like, and this is not anybody specific, it's myself as well. We tend to put people in this box like structure that we what we already know based on what we've seen, right? Like, we've seen the New Day, so we just expect they're going to be the New Day for 50 years, and that's going to be that.
They did that. The time machine didn't really play off so well.
Yeah, but like, and that's going to be that. But then there are instances where people just don't do that. They go on and they do something else with their careers, and it's like, oh man, I did not expect that to happen out of this. I thought you were just gonna go here and always be this person, and they go elsewhere and they're someone else. So we can't just put the expectation based on what we know of them based on just like 10 years of what we've seen, because we don't actually know what these people want and desire and things like that.
They should become FTND.
What does that mean?
Same thing that FTR means.
FTND. Oh, okay.
Every WWE team that jumps ship should just be FT.
Okay, all right.
FKAND. What does that mean? Anyway, I don't know what they'll call themselves. And like you said, who knows if they'll show up as
Can they
go individually?
Can they call themselves New Day but KNEW?
We know Day. I would honestly, you know what I would do, and because tribalists are the weirdest fucking dorks in the world, I would just do a whole new name, don't even come close to New Day. Come close, like give it a wink and a nod, but don't call yourselves like New Dawn. I was like, it's too close, man. Like, you can be something different. The Revival becoming FTR, like, it worked because of the playoff with the Young Bucks on BTE. Like, there was, and Cody too at the time. Like, there was a reason for that. New Day can be something that's not New Day, but still be close enough that people get it. You know what I mean? Magic Unicorn Crew. I don't know.
Magic Unicorn Crew?
Sure, why not? They did unicorns for a while.
The Muck?
There you go. The Booty Cereal Boys.
The Booty Cereal Boys.
The Booty Cereal Club.
The BCB?
The new BCC is going to be the Booty Cereal Club.
This sounds terrible.
Yeah, well, this is what we do. Terrible.
This sounds awful.
It's a new name. Yes, it is. Yeah, and like Ryan's pointing out a good thing in the chat. Their music is going to be real good too, because they got connections. They got Wale, they've got Mega Ran, they've got people that they've worked with that could create some good stuff. And if they collab with Mikey Ruckus is also very good at his job. So there's potential there if they go over to AEW to do something really fun, musically speaking.
Please keep coming up with terrible names.
Yeah, I like this.
Now it's just funny.
It's the Tromboners.
Tromboners.
Think of it before you pitch it. Think about how Arkady Ora or Justin Roberts would have to announce it. Okay, think about the grandiose announcement that they would have to make to bring them into the ring. Okay, that's what you have to remember when you pitch your ideas.
Yeah. I'm fine with pancakes and pinfalls.
That sounds awful. Let's go. Pancakes and pinfalls.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good either.
Consequence Kings.
Consequence Kings isn't bad.
They are the kings of consequence,
Yeah, it does sound a little too much like Kings of Comedy.
or kings of wishful thinking if you're an 80s kid. 90s, I guess.
Okay, yeah. The Smallies.
Mollies.
That sounds too much like the Somalis.
Oh, that's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know if that one works either. Booty trolls.
Booty trolls. Booty trolls.
Butt cereal guys.
Telling you, man. Booty cereal boys.
Booty cereal boys is awful.
Speedball Mike Bailey would have a great time with that. Left, right, right.
What about pancake throwers? Yeah, we hate waffles.
The pancake tossers.
Pancake tossers.
The UK, in the UK, they'll have a completely different meaning, and that's all right.
Left, right, select.
Yeah, select start.
Yeah.
Call them the starters.
What the starters?
There you go.
What are the select?
Though then we have to sue them.
Yeah, and do we have to sue them?
We have to sue. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Anti-Waffle League. The ABACABB. Oh man, I don't know what they're gonna call themselves. I don't know what it's gonna be. Thank you, chat, for being a part of this.
They should be like the controller throwers. Kofi is he gets super heated on the video games. He legitimately will just like break controllers off of that. Bronami code, I like that one.
The Dynamite Bros.
No, that's terrible.
Completely walk all over the IP.
Dynamite Bros is terrible.
The Dynamite Day.
Dynamite Day? Oh, okay. I'm not like super mad at that.
Seems awful.
Yeah.
All right. AEW Dynamite tonight, live from Asheville, North Carolina. It's a 2-hour show, thankfully.
Wow, Joel hates wrestling.
Well, the 3-hour show wasn't very good. The 1-hour show was excellent. So really, what do you want? The balance? 2 hours.
Okay.
Tell me the 3-hour show was excellent. Come on. The rest
I don't remember the 3-hour show.
Yeah, exactly. But the 1-hour show you remember because it was great. Anyway, hopefully it balances.
Yeah, because it took place on a golf course.
Fair. All wrestling should be in a golf course. We'll hear from MJF. I'm sure it's not like they don't have a contract signing tonight, but so of course you'd be hearing from MJF. I mean, Darby's in the main event for a world title match, but like, of course you're going to hear from MJF. He's part of the contract signing. So there's that.
Are they doing the contract signing? Like
Darby was screaming, "I'm going to do a contract signing next week. Show up or you don't get your match."
Yeah, well, they didn't make it like an official segment though. Clearly,
it's very strange. But anyway, we'll find out because Darby is in the main event, taking on Konosuke Takeshita for the world title. Is it going to be a TLD because it's Takeshita?
No, that would rule, but I assume Takeshita is just. Well, I don't know because I don't know if they were gonna beat Okada. I mean, I
think they would have beaten Okada.
I don't think Darby's going to lose. It feels weird to like beat Okada or Takeshita before they face each other. Like,
is it though?
Well, I guess not, but like it should be. Like, I don't think you should be beating either of these dudes before they have their match, but clearly they're gonna beat one. They were gonna beat one of them. They might beat another one here. I truly don't think Okada is there tonight. Like if he was there, he'd probably be wrestling. So Callis might screw Takeshita, but I don't think Okada's legitimately there tonight.
What if that was part of this is something SP3 and I talked about, is like, what if it was part of a story and they didn't want to beat Okada? They didn't want to beat him going into the title match at Double or Nothing, so they put Takeshita in there instead. And the finish is that Okada secretly came back on Tuesday and showed up at the venue late and he cost Takeshita the match. What if it's just that?
All right. Like if you're gonna beat him in that manner, that's fine. It feels like you got to protect him in some way. Like I just don't love Takeshita just getting beat before his title match against Okada, because I think he's gonna beat Okada. So it feels a little WWE-ish to beat a dude before you're about to put a title on him, or you're gonna beat him twice in a row in title matches, which I don't think is good either. So you gotta like beat people. I understand that, but you also gotta protect people before they got title matches coming up, especially a match that's been building. And I know we've talked about them fumbling the build of this, but especially a match that's been building for 5 months. I mean, more than that now, for like a good 6 months now. So, yeah, Darby will win. I think it's gonna be a great match. Like, I'm really, really looking forward to this match.
Yeah, this should be a lot of fun. It's like you said, the idea of doing this match with Takeshita instead of Okada is going to work better in Darby's favor, where Darby likes to be thrown around, and one would do more of a job than the other, at least from what we've seen. So, yeah, it'll be a fun main event. I'm looking forward to Takeshita and Darby Allin tonight. The TNT Open Challenge, TNT Title Open Challenge was announced last night. Kevin Knight saying, "Whoever you want, come bring your best." Is it Speedball or will it be Speedball? And what do you expect from this? I say Speedball because on Saturday they got a little heavy-handed with the whole "we're best friends, we're bros, and together we can't be beats." This is me extending my hand to do the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If it's a DQ finish, I'm not reviewing the show. I don't think it's gonna be a DQ finish. AEW doesn't like do a lot of DQ finishes. I don't think it's gonna be a time limit finish because time limit's usually an hour for the world title, right? And
That's whatever they decide that it is, because just
yeah, that's true. They make it up on the
doesn't
spot.
matter.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and they've already got like so much announced for this show that it doesn't feel like they're gonna dedicate an hour to just one match, because otherwise you're really cutting short a lot of this other stuff.
One of which is a 10-man tag. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you're giving like 10 minutes to every other segment if you're doing an hour with Darby and Takeshita. So I don't think it's gonna be a time limit. I just think it's gonna be they'll do a match and it'll rule, and there will be some like interference and stuff. I don't think it's going to be Speedball yet.
That's fair.
I think they're going to get there, but I don't think it's going to be Speedball yet.
Well, the chat is thinking that could be Roosh, which makes sense because Roosh is on a winning streak, and you mess with the bull, you get the Hearns. So it could very well be.
It should be Max Caster.
It should be coming back from God knows where, and he'll wrap his way down to the ring, and everyone will just groan. We'll see. I look forward to it. I like the open challenge format for the TNT title. It's easy. It's been established, and it makes for a fun time. 10-man tag: Orange Cassidy, Young Bucks, Cajun Cope take on FTR, the Dogs, and Tommaso Ciampa. This is a match that's just going to be a PWG with Cajun Cope involved.
Yeah, it'll be fun. You know, being in Asheville, Cage Cope and maybe not so much Cage, but Cope and FTR, yeah, are definitely gonna want to show out and everything. So it'll be a fun match.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Again, it's PWG with Cage and Cope involved as well. Will Ospreay returns to the ring to take on Ace Austin. The man with the giant quads takes on the man with lacking of a neck.
Curious of how they book this one as far as like Ospreay's style, and is it toned down a little bit? Is Moxley there ringside like telling him, "Hey, don't do this dumb shit"? So I'm interested in that from that perspective, and we'll see, you know, what that looks like. I don't think like it's gonna lead to like an Ace Austin victory or anything, but I'm just curious to see how kind of Ospreay plays this match.
What if it leads into Will taking on every member of the the Bang Bang Gang, the other one, until the return of Jay White?
It could happen.
Could be that. We'll see. Triangle of Madness, the trio take on the Brawling Birds and Hikaru Shida.
Sure.
This is a trios women's match that is happening.
Sure.
We still don't have a Divine Dominion tag title match set for nothing, so we'll see where that goes. Maybe on Collision. Collision's live on Saturday, so that'll be fun. And finally, the Owen Hart brackets for men's and women's are announced this evening. Do they announce the return of Mercedes Moné, or do they make it a secret? I assume that they are going to announce her. And I've already given you guys my picks. They are on the clips, so go check those out. I don't know if you have anything to add about the Owen.
No, I'm looking forward to the Owen. It should be fun. I assume they announced Mercedes, and I still think like Ospreay's winning for the men's, and Mercedes is probably winning for the women. So he's gonna go back to back.
All right, have fun at Collision, Evil Diva. I hope it's a good time. I hope it's a show. They've been on a run of good shows, so I've been told. They don't have anything announced officially for that show, I don't think.
Nah, they'll announce some stuff.
You'll get most of the card tonight as you're watching the show.
Yeah. They'll announce some stuff tonight. I won't go in like completely blind on that. What's Willow going to be doing at Double or Nothing? I don't know. Who's been off television for 10 months that they can bring back for one match and then keep them off television for another 10 months? That's what Willow. Serena Deeb is who she's going to face.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Like,
it should be? It should be new college graduate Billy Starks.
She's not off television though. She's wrestling.
Not on AEW television.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she is wrestling.
Fair. We'll see. But those brackets get announced, and Willow at Double or Nothing will maybe be sorted out tonight. They should do some sort of number one contendership match, but unfortunately, it's been kind of lacking in the women's division these past few weeks.
Yeah, this trios match feels lazy.
Yep.
Honestly, like Statlander's not even involved in it, even though she's part of the. I assume she'll be like ringside or whatever. I mean, the whole women's division feels a little lazy in general. Of like, hey, let's just do this match, and Decla's trying her best to carry it with these promos, but she ain't given a whole lot to work with right now.
Yeah, it is what it is. Izzy Dane. We should have her over. Anyway, I'm done. Shall we do the wrap-ups?
What was your moment of Tuesday, Joel?
The debut of Mason Rook. I thought that for the faults of his speech, his physicality more than proves it, and the crowd is behind him. So I look forward to watching him grow and develop in, guess what, the developmental system. Because I've been told that he is in fact big and bad. And while he cannot body slam my dad because he's dead, he's got other dads he could probably body slam instead.
Jesus. I mean, he could body slam your dad. It might take a little bit more work.
He's got to dig him up. He's got to take out the casket. It's a big deal, man. Tell you what, Mason Rook, if you decide that you want to go that far, I will permit it. Extra yards for you.
Okay. Mine will go with Kalani, Jordan, and Kendall Gray in the main event of NXT. Really good match between these two women. Glad Kalani Jordan got to get some shine because, again, I think she's been lost in the shuffle a little bit over the past few months with the new talent coming in and kind of older talent moving up to the main roster. So it was good to see her get shine again. And as everyone says, I mean, Kendall Gray is destined for stardom as long as they don't screw her up, which...
Yep. What did we accomplish today?
We talked too much wrestling. We gave everybody diet tips. I don't know about diet tips.
Oh, we gave food tips. Whether you
food tips, not really diet tips.
Yeah, take the healthy route or the not so healthy route. That's up to you.
Yeah.
Put tuna with honey mustard.
Nah, not that. No.
Won't know until you try. Not you. I know you don't like honey mustard. If you like honey mustard, you won't know until you try it. We have a run-in, of course, because I may have challenged him to drink coffee on the air. How you doing, Sean?
Oh,
I didn't hear it, but I independently thought this would be good content. So got a Starbucks around the corner from my house.
Okay.
Yeah, my hair's a little out of whack.
Yeah.
Lots of questions about this. OMG, you've never drank coffee? No, never drank coffee. I was a tea guy, soda at points. I don't really drink soda anymore. Monster Zero Energy or Zero Ultra is my go-to. Orange, it's good. But, had a lot of life changes. And I was like, you know what? I want to try some new things. And I have a Starbucks around the corner from my house. And I was like, damn, what the hell should I get? I even bought a Keurig the other day, which, I can make tea. I can make tea with, right? Like I can still do that. Hot cocoa. Why'd you say like that, Joel? You don't want to get me fucking started on tea in your area. I went up there the first time I visited Toronto and I sat down to have lunch with Jimmy Van. First time I ever met him. And he thought that I planned this with the waiter because I start to order and the waiter goes, "You're from Kentucky, probably Lexington." And I was like, "What?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, I lived in Richmond for 2 years of my life. I'd recognize that accent anywhere." And I was like, damn, I thought I got rid of it. But Anyway, I said, do you all do tea here, like sweet tea? And they looked at Jimmy, looked at me with disgust. He's, what kind of city do you think you're in? Of course we do. No, they don't.
No.
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 I spent the entire week trying to find it. Now, I want to be clear. They brought me out the most disgusting filtered dirt water that I had ever had in my entire life. Then the next place I went, they bring it out piping hot on a cup with a plate. If you got to bring a plate with your tea, it's too hot. Then the next time is also honestly kind of dope. They broke up like honey sticks and threw it in there to sweeten it. I was like, all right, that's pretty good. Then the fourth time, they're like, do you just want a Nest tea? And I was like, no, but bring me one anyway. And honestly, it was really, really great. I miss having Nest tea here in the States. But no, absolutely not. You all don't understand up north what it's like to have sweet tea. There's the old bit, Jeremy will know this one, the Dave Chappelle bit about purple drink. It's not grape. It's sugar, water, purple. Sweet tea here in the South is not from a leaf. It is sugar, water, brown. That's it.
Yes. No,
Brown
when
drink.
I went to Toronto for Money in the Bank a couple years ago, we went to this breakfast place and I asked the same thing. I was like, do you guys have sweet tea? And the waitress was like, oh, our tea is very sweet. And I was like, I'll be the judge of that. And I don't think she liked me too much after that. Nope. It was the most basic ass lemon tea I'd ever had. I was like, this is not sweet tea at all. So no.
Shout out to Fran's restaurant downtown.
The food was good, but yeah, I don't think the waitress liked me after I was like, I'll be the judge of your sweet tea.
It's because they don't know. They don't know that you're from the South. They just know that you're a guy asking about the sweet tea that doesn't know any better.
Well, if someone says I'll be the judge of your sweet tea, they are from the South because they're going to judge your sweet tea.
That's fair.
Yeah, I've got people already judging me for getting Starbucks. It's around the corner from my house.
Okay, what did you order? Just a regular coffee?
Okay, hold on and I'll tell you.
Okay.
Shout out to the wonderful Lucky Leone, who I asked for a recommendation. It is cinnamon dolce latte with oat milk.
Okay, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, that's what it is.
Okay. Have you tried it, or is you about to take like your first sip ever?
I just took my first sip, and it is really good.
Yeah, that's a good order right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got him.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Now listen, I do love a good cold Monster Energy. But to me, the greatest scent, the greatest smell on earth is coffee. Like, I don't think I've ever smelled anything that kind of matches that. For like when I moved to Lexington, I discovered like a bunch of coffee shops because I would just get up in the morning, definitely after your all show would air. And I would go get work done. I would answer emails and stuff in coffee shops. I would order like a tea or something like that. But I love the smell of coffee. And yeah, it's really good. And now I've got to discover actual good coffee places, I guess.
Probably a good idea to go from there.
Yeah.
Hey, now that you're a morning person, you can start hosting ITW Weekend.
Dude, it's so weird. Like, I went to Texas a couple weeks ago, it was a week ago or so, and I've been a morning person ever since. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, what is happening to me? And people are like, oh, that's a good thing. And I'm like, no, not really. For what I do, I got to cover an AEW pay-per-view in a week and a half. I'm horrified.
Yeah, move to the West Coast and be a morning person. You'll probably do
like, yeah, I'm terrified by this. I don't want to do that at all. I don't want to be a morning person. I've just become one. So
yeah, I don't recommend
Melvin,
it.
I agree.
I don't recommend it.
But I've always liked the scent of coffee. I literally have like coffee scented candles and stuff like that. Yeah, and also the internet thinks I'm just on cocaine. Like, until I was like
export to a different one.
Until I was 25, I had no caffeine whatsoever outside of I would drink Pepsi at my grandmother's house. Like, I was like no caffeine, no like drugs, alcohol, cigarette, like nicotine, anything like that. And my body definitely started to need it by that age. By the time I was working at Wrestling Inc. and Fightful, I needed caffeine. I needed that stuff. But if you guys have any good coffee recommendations, hit me up. Now, I do want to tell a story about the time I was at Wrestle Talk. I can't remember who it was that they were making fun of. I know it wasn't Tempest, though, because Tempest has corrected me. But I went to the Wrestle Talk studios. And, of course, they're like, Sean, would you like some tea? And they made fun of somebody. Because I was like, hell yeah, I want some tea. And they were making fun of somebody, and they're like, oh, do you want it like him, the little baby with 2 sugars? And I was like, I felt bad for him. I can't even remember who it was they were bullying. I just know it wasn't Tempest. And I was like,
We'll say,
yeah, you know what? I will have 2. Actually, I will have 2. It was the most bitter tea I have tasted in my entire life with the 2 sugars. I was like, are you kidding me? That's it? Like, we chopped down an entire farm to produce the sugar for 1 gallon of tea in Kentucky. Whew. And I can't drink like McDonald's sweet tea anymore. It makes me feel like it's just insane.
It's the only kind of sweet tea we have that's good in Ohio is McDonald's sweet tea. That's the only thing I can have. Or I make my own. Like I did have tea this morning because my throat was very sore. I just put a bunch of sugar in it and it tastes very good. But hot tea with a bunch of sugar is not quite as good as iced tea with a bunch of sugar.
Yeah.
Now, if any coffee places want to sponsor me, now, I mean, listen, we got a garage beer sponsorship for a match that I'm doing, and I don't even drink beer.
I'm going to be there. I think I mentioned
Are you?
that. Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. But
so I know WWE has a pay-per-view or PLE that day, and so I'm not going to be covering
the next
that.
day.
No. The next day is TNA and Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
That's a busy weekend.
Yeah.
What the hell is June 27?
That's Night of Champions. Yeah, that's Night of Champions. So I'm skipping Night of Champions coverage to go watch you and Steve win the tag team championships.
I'm literally going to watch someone wrestle in 2 weeks, and then I realize, I've got to kind of take an early flight back home because Clash in Italy is the next day, and Girl Fight is on while Clash in Italy, and I sponsored that show. The first show I've ever, you know how many shows have asked us to sponsor them? And I'm like, you know what? I want to support Kentucky wrestling. I want to support women's wrestling. I can't even go to it.
Well, you can. Just put someone else on the coverage.
Yeah, I'm skipping out on the WWE show. Well, I am getting other people to do that coverage for me.
Fair.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, Night of Champions. It's gonna be an afternoon thing too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then TNA's
I'll do a review that night.
Yeah, at least you're
assuming I'm alive.
Yeah, the Paulcade show is at 4, which I appreciate that it is fairly early, so I can actually drive there and drive back. By the time everything's done.
I can watch the show, so there's that. I can watch it. I just won't be on.
We should do a watch along in the locker room, Sean. That'll be our review. We'll just,
buddy, there is no chance that the basement, aka the locker room at Jeffersonville Arena, has any cell phone service at all. Barely has lights in it.
Do your walkout watching the show.
Yeah.
Trying to take my notes and trying to cover this.
Me and Sean just doing a stream watching and reviewing Night of Champions right before he has to wrestle.
Perfect.
But if you guys, again, are entertained by me possibly dying, I don't know. There is a thing called Misfits and Friends Rescue that Paulcade is doing that for. I also tentatively have a match, I want to say in August, that Jeremy will also probably be at, and that probably gives it away for Jeremy. What event that he usually goes to that your coverage went incredibly viral for at one point.
Oh, yeah. I'll probably have to. Okay. Yeah. I'll probably have to show there.
I did tentatively accept as I'm eating my jambalaya here. I did tentatively accept that match as well.
Oh. Who are you facing? I mean, you don't have to say it on air, but can you tell me?
I think like 3 people. That's why I agreed to do it.
Okay.
It's like
fair.
I was like, yeah, I agree, buddy. But he was on the T-shirt from my last Paulcade match. Actually, I had a shirt with all my cats on it. But
I remember that.
Oh, yeah, man. I might be seeing you more than I'd want to for this summer.
You want to show up in Toronto? Maybe in the fall. think I got it. I think I got it.
When I get my passport renewed, which is going to happen, I'm going to start doing that ASAP. Yes, I'm going to come back to Toronto.
All right. I think I gave you a time frame.
Oh.
I think I texted you a time frame for that.
I have tried to not do intergender stuff for a while because like the weirdos are like, Sean only wrestles women. And I'm like, bro, I've had like 60, 70 matches. I've been advertised against a woman one time in my life. I can't help it that every promoter is like, he, it's funny when Shotzi or Denise beat up Sean. But this is a match I would absolutely do. I would absolutely do that match for sure. And a couple other mixed tags. I want to wrestle. I want a team with Vinny Pacifico. I want to do that. That would be huge. But
I'll retweet that match.
You'll retweet that match. Vinny will message us to let us know about the match.
Yeah.
I love Vinny. He's getting like a lot of roles right now. Like a lot of roles.
Busy guy.
So I'll tell a story right now that I feel like I can tell because it will never happen now. So, and some people will not believe this, but at least I have a witness because Samira was right there with me. I was on the way. I was driving our friend Samira to a show to introduce her to some people as she was starting her ring announcing career. And I walked backstage and Josh Barnett looks at me and he goes, "What would a Sean Ross Sapp Bloodsport match look like?" And I said, "Probably like shit, Josh Barnett, right now." I was like, if you want me to train for it, I will, because that's like one of my dreams, because that's how I came up, was under his lineage and all that. And yeah, I'm bummed that I never got in the shape to do that, but that would have been a lot of fun. But I was very flattered that they included me in the documentary on Uncrowned, which was very, very fun. Like Josh just walked up and he's like, "You want to shoot?" And he's so lucky I didn't choke him out right there on the spot. You know, it's more than what he did to me at the clusterfuck when he wouldn't touch me. He was afraid of me.
Yeah.
But somebody says SRS John Alvin, Bloodsport. No, legitimately, Brian would have been a good Bloodsport opponent. Brian Alvarez would have been a good Bloodsport opponent for me. He's a jiu-jitsu black belt. He could, like, I know a lot of people don't believe this, he could strangle 99% of humans in less than 1 minute.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the way that works. But I'll catch you guys later.
Bye, Sean. Enjoy your coffee.
Check out the hump this afternoon. He's going to be with Kate.
Yes, I will.
Oh, really scraping for guests, clearly.
That's when I showed up in December. That's when I realized we were.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
It happens.
Yeah, once he brought me and you on, it's like, you're running out of people here, aren't you?
That's right. Yeah, check out it's mispitsandfriends.org if you want to support the charity that Sean and Steve are going to be wrestling for Pockade, MISPITS and friends. If you can't spell that, just look it up. .org. They are based in Louisville, Kentucky. So shocker, right? But great cause that Sean is going to be part of. So check out Pockade if you can, and yeah, you'll be seeing a lot more about that coming up on the shows.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be there. I don't think I can get myself booked on this show unless Cole just wants to like fight me on the show. We'll see.
There's time. We'll get there. I only have so much time left. Remember?
I know. We were wrapping up. I didn't do a poll question today, so we don't have to worry about that. I mean, we were basically done, and then Sean popped on,
which I kind of expected, because I kind of jokingly said, "Drink your coffee on air and review it." So.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Good on Sean for doing that. This is ever since he started his like, "Oh, I'm waking up early." I'm like, he's gonna start popping on here a lot more, because he'll be, not bored, but like he'll be part of his routine as he's at his desk. Like, let's see what the boys are doing. But this is the first time since he started that. He doesn't like us that much. Only when contractually obligated.
Yeah.
I get it. Tell the story. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I'll save it for Thursday. I'll save it for Thursday when if Cole's not a coward and actually joins us on Thursday, I'll tell it then. And then maybe I'll repeat it on Friday's show for people that missed it.
All right. I'll look forward to that. Back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Jeremy and SB3, mostly SB3 talking about Dynamite, and Jeremy.
Yeah, don't bother me with the thumbnail, Joel.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's easy. It's easy when it comes to TV show nights.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about that. It was
Okay, yeah.
it's more when it's just like, what the hell's going on this show that's any of importance. So
Right. Yeah. Don't bother me with the thumbnail tonight. I'll be watching hockey, so I
That's
don't want to
fine.
talk to anybody.
I got you. Listen, we were in Simpatico yesterday when I was like, what the hell are we gonna do a thumbnail on?
Yeah.
I was like, should it be New Day? And you're just like, yeah, New Day. I'm like, all right, sure, whatever. Anyway, back tomorrow, 10 a.m. SP3, Jeremy talking about Dynamite and more. So go check that out. Leave a thumbs up on the video if you can. You should, and you don't stop. Use your burners. Tell your friends. Share the links. You know what to do. We like you sometimes. Ladies and gentlemen, friends beyond the binary. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.